Yo, we are back here, ladies and gentlemen, and we go straight into series number 2. Nagbabalik tayo dito sa Promotionals ng Season 3 of the University Alliance Cup. Dax and Ray Ray still gonna be with you, and this time, it's gonna be interesting, Ray Ray, kasi Promotionals, diba? You usually have Division A versus Division B, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is a rematch from the Division A group stage, and I think you're familiar with this matchup itself. TUP Gearhawks versus the NEU Paradigm Vanguards, and these two squads, they saw each other all the way back in Division A. I believe it was a window, the only win for the side of NEU, who did drop on down now to the lower bracket. But TUP looking for a bit of revenge here, and I can't wait to see what this game is going to bring to the table, because the standards right now and the matchup itself, it can be considered to be worthy of Division A.
Plus, Dax, I really do think when it comes to these teams, when I last casted them, there's a little bit of a rivalry talaga. So,
Mhm.
kitang-kita talaga na it's one of the promotional matchups na sobrang magiging mainit. Kasi we have your TUP. When we've seen them going up against NEU, all of the viewers are like, okay, it's gonna go into TUP. But unfortunately, NEU, they had really a clean streak going up against the guys of TUP. It was actually kind of a real shock for everyone. But looking at NEU talaga, they have this bigger potential. They finished off these guys of TUP in Icebox, and now that we're gonna be going in, looks like Gearhawks, they
They
nagka,
banned it. They
they
banned it.
banned it.
Look at
That's
this.
what like
They
talking about.
banned it. It's like, no, never mind. We're not gonna let it happen again. Sorry about that, Ray Ray. But okay, a little bit of a history lesson for everyone. NEU defeated TUP in season number 3 Division A 13-11 on Icebox. And how does the Gearhawks respond? It's like, ayoko na. Never mind. Wag na tayo dyan.
Tama.
And diba? Band's Icebox split gonna get banned out by NEU in response, but Haven, Ascent, and Bind gonna be the map selection here. And looking forward to a matchup like this for the TUP side. I'd love to see if we're gonna be getting Germanium back into the field. In the meantime, last time for NEU, Shinobi stepping on up. That'll be very strong as well. And it really feels like for NEU, they were just taken aback by the sudden strength of the Apex Hammerhouse yesterday sa ating upper bracket. Apex Hammerhouse, FEU Alabang, sabi nila, last time di tayo umabot, nasa promotions tayo, we didn't make it to Division A. This time, we will not be stopped, and that's what happened. But this is it, Pansit. This is gonna be it, Ray Ray. One of these two teams are guaranteed to go back to Division B. Will it be NEU? Will it be TUP? And it really feels like we're getting a changing of the guard, and they're trying to hold things together to survive and make it back to that top 12.
Hey Dax,
Mm.
as you can see, also a lot of teams in the promotionals are actually picking Haven together with Ascent for the first two games. We've seen it, we've
Nice.
cast it earlier, Ascent then Haven, and ngayon naman Haven and Ascent. So
Oh
seems
my
like
god.
a lot of people are having favorites.
I'm sorry about that. My cat almost just peed on my bed. I just watched him squat. It's like, you're not allowed. Come here. Come here. You're not
Nagulat
allowed
ako.
to do that. Ako rin nagulat ako.
Is that your cat? Is
No,
that your cat?
my cat is here right now. He's like, please let me out. Please let me out. So I'm just waiting for the game to start, and I can bring him to the promised land. But really, it feels like a matchup like this. It feels like it's gonna be a big one, really, between TUP and NEU. You mentioned it yourself. They have a bit of that rivalry, and I really want to see what who will step up here for TUP and NEU. Because even though I mentioned some names a while ago, it really feels like for NEU and TUP, wala talaga silang extremely standout player compared to some of the other squads. And if it's gonna be a team effort, it's whoever plays as a better team, the better 5v5, who can get that sub instead.
And right now, it seems like in the comment section, I all thought that TUP is gonna be peaking Icebox. And suddenly, one of their players replied, "No,
No,
a
sabi
big
sa'yo, di ba?
no."
Denied. So Germanium's just like, no, we're not gonna do that again. Not gonna happen. And here you go. You say hello.
Oh,
Say hello.
okay.
Do not pee on my bed. See, this cat is absolutely fine. And well, between TUP and NEU, it might be a little bit of a catfight, honestly.
Yeah.
In terms of the power levels, they're relatively even. I do believe though that since NEU won the head-to-head TUP, that's why they were the ones in the upper bracket instead. And for TUP, it's a squad that has been, I'd say, consistently in that Division A, that they have made a name for themselves, and I'd love to see what they can do very, very soon. But the game looking to get on started as soon as the players are ready. And Ray Ray, masasabi ko na lang, the AcadArena University Alliance Cup, it's the premier collegiate tournament. It's really been one of the most long-running ones, and everyone wants to get to that Division 8 for good reason.
Yep. I mean, when it comes to Division 8, talaga, we have a lot of experienced teams also. And at the same time, when it comes to how you've seen their tactics, it's really different also when you see and you get to learn a lot from them. But as we're going to be starting in Haven, once again, after we last casted it, we're going to be casting it. But in the side of Gearhawks, this is really particular coming from them. Is Hermanium gonna go with the Raze? As what we've seen, he's usually going for the Sage. He's gonna go for other duelist, but the fact that okay, he's gonna be switching to Jet, I think this is much better. When we were talking about the on the previous games that we've seen at TUP, we all thought that I think it's much better when you pick Hermanium with that duelist, and seems like they already learned their lesson that they want to pick him with that duelist. But on the other side, NEU, Aeonix, a very familiar name. Aside from him, he's really doing great with this duelist role and a lot of um highlights play coming in from him. Fun fact about his name is his name is actually related, hindi naman related, kapangalan niya halos yung isang artist na favorite ko. He's called Aeonix then, pero letter I yung instead of Y. So
Select
I'm a
your
big fan of
agent.
that guy. So do you remember when I see his name, it reminds me of my favorite artist. But looking at this, looks like NEU is back on track. They will be taking over that Omen instead of Astra. So this is gonna be a controller game also. But I'm looking forward also, Dax. I'm just gonna be adding, kapag magkakaroon na ng buff si Omen, that definitely that will be a game changer here in UAC.
I mean, yeah, the thing is, the Astra and the Viper are really the more must picks right now with the amount of control they have. But Omen, he's an old reliable, but here we have it now. NE versus CUP, best of three, gonna be the call. And naman Ray Ray,
Hindi
as
siya
with the
naka-uniform siya.
okay lang yun. Okay nga, diba? Like, represent your school. Pride of TUP right there. The Gearhawks looking to do battle versus NEU. And this time, this is still best of one. This is the best of three. But take it, Ray. What are we expecting in a game like this?
I really do expect that it's gonna be a matter of control for both sides. But looking at the side of TUP, I'm very particular that they will be taking the Astra together with a double initiator once again. So this is the usual meta now when it comes not only here in the collegiate scene but also in the pro scene. But on the other side of NEU, looking at their form, I think this is much better also for the side of them because you need to be comfortable with your agents instead of risking those what's so called better agents in the meta. So I look, it's just the tie for both of these teams, but it's all gonna be trimming down with how they will be executing. The execution is very important, so they need to capitalize on their agent pickings talaga instead of having those individual plays. They need to maximize out of their utilities. But ikaw, Dax, when it comes to a map such as Haven, where do you think it's gonna be a better controller, an Omen or an Astra?
I really feel like it depends on which works really for your playstyle. The Astra overall has more effective range kasi diba from any site pwede ka mag-ayos ng stars and all the like. The Omen needs to get a bit closer than that, so that's one of the biggest advantages. But then when you have that Omen, you throw out multiple smokes, you go for the dark covers, you go for the paranoia, you can make a site take pretty simple. And the teleports on a map like this, they can be pretty cheeky kasi ang rami naman pwedeng angles na pwede mo gamitin yung from the shadows a bit more effectively. Overall though, the Astra is stronger on paper, and that's the reason why you mentioned mga kanina, diba? Omen buffs might be a necessity for the agent to get back to that higher pick rate, but in terms of comfort, it just feels like it's that old sweater na ayaw mo talaga itapon eh. Yung shirt na palagi mo nang sinusuot kahit nasira na ng labahan. Because
Yung
it's really, like, diba parang it's just something that you can
hmm.
always come back to.
At saka yung Omen yan yung ex mo na gusto
Ay!
mo pa rin balikan.
Ay! Nako!
Ay,
Nako!
nako!
Nako, ibang
Kasi
usapan na yun.
sorry.
Ibang
Old
usapan na yun. So,
sweater daw eh. So, shoutout ka
ah,
pala sa mga binigyan na sweater pero iniwan.
oo nga, yung tipong di binalik yung jacket sa'yo. It's like, uy, saan na jacket ko? Oh, yeah. No, I can't get that back now. Sige, okay lang. No problem. Bili na
Ha?
lang bago, I guess.
Balik ka ng gamit.
Ay, nako. How many hoodies and jackets am I missing by this point in time?
Oh,
Ah,
so the age ma. So ibig sabihin guys, si Dax ay
ang ibig sabihin, si
Kuya
Ray
Dax.
Ray. Hindi, ito sabi ko, Ray. Ano ba? Ano na ba? Sino bang special shoutout sa puso mo?
Wag na ba may kapangalan halos dito.
Really?
Ba
Really
oh,
na? Oo nga
may
eh.
kapangalan, 'di ba? So, but if I were
Alam
to
mo na.
give my shoutouts nga pala kay Reyna Recoco, yan nagpapa-shoutout sila, ay wala pa naman ngayon. But if I were to give my biggest shoutouts, of course, I'll be giving my biggest shoutouts kay sa'yo,
Ano?
Aeons, not Aeonics, okay guys? Aeons
Okay.
yan.
Wow. Ako special shoutouts to the Lord, 'di ba? Amen. Kay Dion na rin, pero
Amen.
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 Oo, no, low key seeing it right there. But then again, it's time now. After our actually today is nasakto talaga. Today is Sunday. So
Oh,
amen
happy
talaga.
Sunday.
Oh,
Happy Lord's
that's
Day.
why I happy Lord's Day. That's why.
Yay!
Ganun ka ba? Every Sunday, nagmigising ka, tapos sabihin mo, Happy Lord's Day! Okay yun, Ray. I'm glad to see that you're very virtuous
Really?
and
Oh, yes,
faithful.
yes,
Yo,
faithful.
religious.
Yes,
Tama
yes, yes.
lang yun talaga. But okay, enough about that. Let's get into the game. TUP on the prowl. NEU have reconnected, and we are gonna get started again into a best of three. We got Owen. He's not on the Omen. He is on the Killjoy. France, in the meantime, gonna be looking on around. That's a TUP naman eh. Some of these names, again, a bit of that experience on the pro scene, something we like to mention because we know na hindi lang dito sa AcadArena sila naglalaro, but they also face off against many other community teams, and we'll see if that can help them out in the long run. But Raven having to back on her way, and TUP go for the A take, but Raven finds one onto Germanium, France though with a refrag, and here we go, it's a 2-for-2 trade, Ray.
2 for 2, but then it's all gonna be mattering down when Monsky will be taking out this one coming in from Ardem Vanguards, and we only are seeing 2v2. But how will this guys for a retake? Wala na silang utility left coming right here from their killjoy. It's going to be Mac Ace, and Monsky see them out. It's going to be a 1v1, and actually he will be getting with it clutch, and that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Omen, when you're on the defending side, of course, you will be able to take a lot of possibilities here. And NEU will be taking the first lead going up against TUP Gearhawks.
Nanalo yung jacket Good job. Nanalo yung old sweater natin dito. But Shicey with the tags na bags gets us a 3K, and this is to be NEU off to a good start. Now again, matchup between these two teams did go in favor of NEU in Division A, but this is elimination time. Ang matanggal dito, ang mahulog dito, they will go back to Division B. And will it be TUP or will it be NEU? This is the second match on their side of the lower bracket. So whoever wins this Ray, pasok ulit sila sa Division A. So will it be Tyrantine Vanguards? Will we get their Gearhawks back, re-geared and retooled? But Ionix, he's off to a good start already, shutting down Owen, and NEU looking to go for that range and gun advantage here.
But looking at this, it's gonna be connecting all over again as TUP, they want to go here in a C, but we have a lot of good anchors coming right up. Pero they haven't made a single move yet. Some of them are already low, but they're still barely breathing right now. Pero kita mo naman yung advantage pagdating sa mga barrel. It's gonna be favoring, of course, the Paradigm Vanguards we're talking about right now. And looks like they will be bailing out of C. It's gonna be taking a lot, but it's already 59 seconds on the clock. They need to take this very quickly. And you don't want Paradigm Vanguard's taking full control, but looks like they are being denied right now by TUP 4v4 still. But if Macace will be able at least to get one frag or two at least, then it's gonna be favoring them all over again. Pero mukhang yun na, they will be healing out of C. Pumitas na naman pala sila ng isa, and they are gonna be committing to A site.
And there we have it now. They're moving on forward and looking to go for the push. TUP to stacking and going through a long, but suddenly a wild Raven appears and the Reyna gets that first one. But Blitzen with that kill, and Aeonix now gets the refrag, makes it 3v2. Paradigm Vanguards, they're putting a stop to the momentum TUP, who are trying to barrel down on the site. Traveling Arian seems like, well, TUP's gonna try one more time towards Beeper with 7 seconds left. Where is the spike? Can they even get the plant on? McAce will get that takedown, fakes it instead to just try and bait someone out, but McAce doesn't care about the sheriff you're holding there because he jumps in, gets that first fire on, and it's 2-0 in favor of NEU.
And right now it's looking great sa kanila, and that's what I'm talking about for all of the teams right now. you have a good lineup, agent selection, pero kailangan mo talaga maging comfortable about it. Pero nga lang, makita mo naman kasing advantage kapag you want the pistol and of course, you will be buying on your second round. So it's a good thing talaga to capitalize on the lead instead of playing it out safe. But we're gonna be seeing more of how TUP will actually get this. But for the side of Paradigm Vanguards, they're still looking great as what we've seen them on the last season. And this is it. Just taking a lot of time. Recon bot has been destroyed. But looks like there's a good angle coming from Shinobi. Hopefully, di lang siya mapa-flash right now. But he will be taking out the shock dart. And he will be giving a lot of kind of just an inch coming in from TUP. But bukang nakasurvive sila out of it. Blitzen will be planting. Sinamahan pa nga ngayon ng Cosmic Divide coming in from Gearhawks. And this post plant might be favoring Gearhawks this time around.
Yeah, kuha na tayo ruler and we're gonna measure what NEU can do on the retake. But TUP, they have the guns and they have had that setup thanks to the Cosmic Divide. So Zachlin with the zone of safety. Now the retake will come on through. 5v5, Aeonix still with the first fight off the Fran. And there's the push already. Aeonix is able to get through. They're playing on the board. But Aeonix, he just gets in the faces of everyone with Monsky. Will get that takedown, but Shinobi with that final find. And Aeonix, push lang na push, tuloy na lang tuloy, comes in close, cuts in those lines, and it's NEU getting that bonus, making it 3-0.
Yeah, that's really important. Sa side ng TUP, imagine you already forced a lot on that round itself, but still, Paradigm Vanguards gets it with just Aeonix being confident with his shots. Meron na nga Cosmic Divide just to give a good elevation para sa side ng TUP, pero nga lang, hindi sila nagkaroon ng upper hand. Sabi ko sa inyo, when you have that Cosmic Divide, it is always a 50-50. You just need to take care of those post plants. But right now, Aeonix is off to a great start. Even if nagkaroon tayo ng tech pulse, at least right now, he's back on track. But looking aside at here, an eco round na naman sa TUP. And let's see, will they be able to at least get a thrifty out of it? Or NEU is just really giving a curse sa side ng TUP. Sa lahat ng mga teams, sa tingin ko talaga malaking curse itong NEU sa kanila. So let's see if they'll be able to get out of this curse and papatigilin na nga nalang cycle na yon.
Yeah, we'll see though. They need to get out of this rut here, and NEU just absolutely on fire. Aeonix, he just came in, just swinging at everyone in that last round, and Owen will try his best to fight, but Chicey will get that takedown instead. And Owen, he popped off in that last series yesterday against the Crusaders, I believe, but it really feels like right now, Germanium, he's gonna need that shot. NEU looking to go for the push here on the A side, Ray. But TUP rather, the splitting on up. NEU ready on the other side. There we go already. Nano Swarm. The gun disadvantage is gonna be very dicey right now for the Gearhawks.
That's looking really... Oh! Looks like we got it wrong. They were able to pin down at least 2. It's going to be a 3v3. But this retakes goes in. We still have Aeonix still live together with Chicey. So there's a lot of information pa coming in from NEU, but as they will be taking over here in A, will this be a big win coming in from them as they go for a retake, because those post plants are also kicking in. Plus, of course, the ultimate that we have for Sky, and Blitzen gets 2! But right now, Aeonix still hitting it. It's going to be a 1v2. Will he be able to clutch this one with an 8 bullets and a dream? He gets 1 right now. It's going to be a 1v1. Will he be able to play this one out? Yep, he takes out the pistol. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Aeonix is on point.
HP! The spike though, it's gonna be close, but he has enough time! And NEU does it again with the jet! Back to back, galing kay Aeonix, and he keeps it up! Effectively though, that was a relative good round for TUP. They got many members of NEU, they made sure they made it costly, but let us not let it go, because Aeonix, this is his show, comes on in, catches that Prance there, looks around for another target, and goodbye to the sky. And finally there, the ring around Rosie dashing on in, classic there to get that final takedown. And the Paradigm Vanguards, this is who is the tip of the spear. You know that they are looking to charge in, looking for that duel, and Aeonix is the one who has just heralded such a playstyle from them. What a way to win for NEU.
Aeonix is on form na naman. Once again, we're seeing here the promotionals, the key players of each team that we're gonna be seeing. And right now, earlier we've seen bits together with Fireside Jane, of course, and of course, syempre nakita din natin ang si Apache, but on the other side naman, we have Aeonix right now popping off. I mean, that clutch itself. he's gonna be a guy where we need to take care of it with his jet talaga. Pero on the other side naman, Gearhawks, how will they be able to survive this knowing that Aeonix together with his teammates has the total domination? Imagine a 4-0 streak na plus the ultimates coming right in para kay Aeonix together with their Reina and of course Chizzy. Let's see how will they be able to survive.
Yeah, we'll see though. Blitzing gonna be down below. And here for the side of TUP. We're gonna figure out how to actually get the entries on. Raven will go down, but Shinobi gonna find off the Owen already. And Germanians will dash on in. But NEU, how many times have we seen
30
this?
seconds
The
left.
TUP goes for that A site, but NEU just goes for the retake anyway. Prance right though with the plant, and it seems like it's the updraft for the scout there for the side of NEU. Tried to go for the blaze, didn't really get much there for Aeonix. Then again, the spike is planted now here, Ray. TUP backs away, but there we have it now. Paradigm Vanguard's getting ready.
Remember, they were able to take this one over with the retake coming from Aeonix, but as they will be preparing for this one, and if Dash goes in, and Gus gonna be favoring Aeonix, unfortunately, he will be taken on by Hermanium, but there's a trade coming right up sa side ng Paradigm, and we have seeing a Shinobi, of course, denying the potential clutch of the guys, pero nga lang, we have the
Player
post that
standing.
Hunter's Fury, it's gonna be a 1v1, but this is gonna be a good takedown, nope, it's just
He
gonna
missed,
be
and that's it.
defusing it. I'm
You
pretty
got this.
confident with it.
You got this. You can't afford to miss that shot. And there you go. Chicey just holds it, and we get another round win for NEU. A repeat onto that A site. This time, though, it wasn't the wipe. It was just a casual defuse there. But if you're going to be playing that post nut for TUP, if you're going to be backing on away that far off, it's gonna be difficult in a situation like that. You can't have the Sova all alone there alive. You need to be finding someone to get that pick and peek off. And TUP right now, they need to rethink their plans because it really seems like they're missing just a little bit of that oomph. They're just missing just a small factor right now that NEU is able to outclutch them and NEU is able to outsmart them. And the decision making here for the Panam Vanguards, it's looking so much better compared to yesterday.
And of course, every mistake that NEU had yesterday, they're now confident that they'll be able to make it up for it. And looking like that, they're so clean when it comes to the retakes. Imagine there's the potential of TUP going to a side and having a control over it. But then when it comes to the retakes talaga, they're pretty confident even if there are those frags, even if one of their members will be going down one by one, they're able to be successful in their trades. And those and the post plant itself talaga, sobrang hirap talaga tansyahin nun. And of course, that's the last, ano pa eh, that's the last Hunter's Fury shot pa. Tapos hindi na lang binibitawan kagad ni Chicey. So we all know that's gonna go for them. But this consecutive 5-0 in favor of Paradigm Vanguards, TUP talaga, they need to stand up. And after this, maybe after this timeout, magiging successful na ulit sila sa kanilang plans. But they just need to take care of Aeonix with his operator. We all know that he's not missing his shots when it comes to that. But seems like instead of an operator, okay, he's gonna go for an operator. Ginugulo lang ako ni Aeonix talaga sa mga desisyon. Pero mas maganda talaga ako nag-operator siya, knowing that he's actually hitting those shots. But on the other side naman, Gearhawks, we need more coming right through from their pseudo duelist. It's going to be Blitzen together with her medium with that jet. They are actually pushing towards the site. They were successful when it comes to that. But ano lang, konting improvement lang regarding their post plans, and it's gonna be steady for them.
You know the thing is about NEU. Sabi ko kanina, diba? NEU TUP, you have more of these team-based orientations. Yes, there are a few standouts here and there, but they don't really have that biggest star on each of their sides compared to, I'd say, the impact of other teams and their star players. But I guess for NEU right now, they're trying to make a case for Aeonix here. We saw it back-to-back clutches. It really feels like that for Paradigm Vanguards, they know they need to find a step-up player. They need to step up as a team, and they're doing so right now. For TUP, I could tip my hat to someone like Germanium actually, but it really feels like it's more of a concerted effort para sa Gearhawks naman in general. And we'll see right now if TUP can figure out what to do because Aeonix has figured them out and said Blitzen already going on down, and the speed of the sky will not get much here. Besides that though, Owen has transferred himself to the other side of the garage. But if he peeks this, Ionix, oh, he looks away at the wrong time! And Owen will get that takedown, but check the corners as Raven is there on the right-hand side. Pranced with a refrag, and as Owen gets one more, Shinobi will find Owen there in response. It becomes 2v2 for NEU, though. It seemed like they could have closed the door a lot earlier there for TUP. Now TUP making a way into C site, but it's still gonna be these numbers on the low side, and this should be confirmation for Paradigm Vanguards that it is gonna be a C take.
T-take, how will Paradigm Vanguards go for a retake once again? But Shinobi tries to get information right now with his...
One enemy remaining.
Okay, but looks like Mac Ace gets right now against him. It's going to be Hermanium with a 1v2. Let's see if he'll be able to clutch this one out. He takes out one, but takes his Cloud Burst. Wala pa naman kaagad nangyayari, pero dalawa sa isa. But looks like he tries to spray it. He gets one. Time is ticking. Shinobi goes for a defusal, pero wala pa naman nangyayari. It's just buying time. He gets a tag, pero it's just delaying it so much. And he's actually getting that clutch. And Hermanium finally, TUP is on a spree right now because that round itself will definitely shake the momentum of Paradigm Vanguards.
Yeah, very smartly played there by Germanium. He goes for the Cloud Burst, he peeks there in an angle that keeps him away from Shinobi, and he effectively is able to have a split second where it becomes a 1v1, and it's too late there for Paradigm Vanguards to respond. Not only that, playing with a timer as well, the Sova has to decide, do I go for the peek, do I go for the chase, or the defuse Kubattle Spike na to, and Germanium answers him instead. But 7 HP to his name, it was very, very close as a TUP, and sure they get the clutch, but they don't want to win like that. They want to find more secure ways compared to what NEU has done. And for NEU, they shouldn't be really taken aback by that one round because they can still go for more. But interesting enough, kahit 5-1 ang ating scoreline, it's NEU not really having all the guns to play with, like, because they've lost so many members in the past round. And though pushing on forward. There we have Owen getting that takedown. Pan's getting that kill as well. And this is gonna be good here for the confidence of TUP. Ngayon, nakakuha sila ng 5v2 situation. They can get on site and make it a lot cleaner. And it's just unfortunate para sa Paradigm Vanguards because even though they got a 5-round win streak there, kinuha pa rin sila sa pera, and NEU just losing out on the momentum right now because TUP just snowballs in this round.
And that's what I'm talking about. One round will be making a big difference to your team. And that's what happened technically to TUP Gearhawks. And we only have Ionix. He tries to get for a exit frag. Pero nga lang, hindi nga niya makukuha ito. Di niya siya makakapitas. But they're actually sneaking against him. They need to tackle down at least one guy remaining coming from Paradigm Vanguards. But unfortunately, he will be missing it. And the Prans will be getting him. And unti-unti na nga umangat ang TUP and Paradigm Vanguards. I think they just need to adjust some of their positionings, and it's gonna be favoring them once again.
Yeah, and overall, this game has been relatively closer than what the scoreline dictates. Kasi kung napaiko mo ang kalaban mo na nag 5-round win streak, it just goes to show how many frags you're getting on your side of the battlefield, of your side of the map. And it feels like for TUP, nakukulaan lang nga sila. They got out-clutched by the likes of Ionix, they got defused against by Chai C. But besides that, it hasn't been completely convincing from NEU as a whole. And this effectively resets the economy where TUP can still handle things. So, maka-momentum lang dito ang Gearhawks. They're actually gonna be able to put themselves in a good spot to take the lead away from NEU after everything is said and done. Kasi kahit nakabay ng mabaril dito ang NEU natin, it's still not the best arsenal si Ray Ray. Some of them on light armor, and it's not gonna be the full buy experience that is allocated, I have to say, to a 5-0 scoreline. But no, 5-2 right now. TUP looking for the comeback, and a big possibility for them to just go for the overrun after that kill on the Ionix.
Oh, that's already a big coming in from TUP. Once again, it's really open sa side. Pero tignan natin because we still have a lot of members of Paradigm Vanguard anchoring a side. And speaking of Shinobi, tries to take the kill. Pero nga lang, he will be missing those. But on the spot himself, sends him out. Hindi pa nga siya ngayon na makakaltasan. Pero nga lang looks like is will be pinning him down. And those of Spike plants were unsuccessful sa side ng Gerox. Pero as we have 2 members left for Paradigm Vanguards, will they be able to turn the tables down? Yep, because
Player
Mackies will be
standing.
getting a kill. And it's still Chicey together with the last 2 members of TUP. This is quite big coming from him. Pero the location's been revealed. Nasa hell nga lang siya naghihintay. But it's just delaying so much because there's only 16 seconds left before Paradigm Vanguards can actually get this. But all those TPs, and sees him out. And TUP still survives it, knowing that just a little bit of time left up for them.
Yeah, and this is where they get the momentum. This is where they can build up on those guns. And again, NEU. Nasaan na? Ito lang, Ray, matatanong ko sa'yo eh. Simple lang eh. Nasaan na yung pera? Nasaan na? It's just all gone here for the side of NEU. And it really goes to show how resilient TUP has been all this half. Na kahit nakita nila 5-0, guys, timeout lang tayo dito real quick to just understand what's going on. We know we can win a round and take it away from NEU. And from that point on, it's pretty that Vanguard's now on the back. This game is with SMB, but back 8 for 2! And here comes Raven with a jumping Bucky! But Fonsky and Germanium with the finds anyway, and it becomes 2v2. Umpisa pa lang, nagkagulo na! Just again, Mac Ace, he got a quick 2k a while ago. He does it again with that precision. But Owen avoiding Marshall shot. Doesn't see the jet going in front of him. So Young's still alive right now. Shocked at those flies. Germanium gonna get that takedown. And everything left right now to the Sova. But TUP with the right call to back on away. Iyon yung muna si Shinobi dyan. But the problem is that even though they can go for the rotate, this allows the Sova to pick up a gun for himself. He has the Aldrone, he has the Hunter's Fury, and TUP. Yes, sure, they're gonna play it safer. And Shinobi's like, no, 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 not gonna go there, not gonna be like you. But after everything is said and done, still a chance here for NEU kasi naka-rifle na dito ang ating Sova.
See if this will still be a bigger chance coming right in from NEU. It's still Shinobi we're talking about. He picks out the Phantom. Namili pa siya na skin eh. Kaya siya
Tama lang yun.
Namili! Totoo yan. Kasi may buff kapag may buff kapag singularity yung kinuha.
Pag gusto mo yung skin, pag gusto mo yung skin mo, okay kaya. Pag happy ka na sa skin, na uy, di ko na bilhin to, di ko na bilhin bundle, hindi ko nakita sa night market ko, so akin na lang yung barrel mo. But then again now, Shinobi all alone on A site, goes for reconnaissance there on the right hand side, double stack though from the connector, and while Owen will get that takedown. That TUP, risk versus reward. Sometimes they played it safer on the positioning side rather than pushing, but they did give up the gun. But in the end, didn't matter because they stacked together and they got the takedown. So 5-4 TUP, mounting a score comeback. But in all honesty, this game has been very close from the get-go.
Even if there were a huge lead coming in from NEU, there's no denying how TUP will be maximizing their efforts, obviously. And knowing that what's what you've said earlier, it's gonna be a cat fight. Yep, it's already the cat fight we're witnessing. It's a 5-4, but as Romanium wants to be so aggressive, they're just gonna be denied right
Spike
now.
down A.
Shinobi taking out 2 with his Hunter's Fury. This is quite big coming in from NEU once again. Because Shinobi's the guy that you need to take care of. But on the other side, we have here in Garage, Owen takes down Raven, rhyming against each other, but Owen gets the upper hand. But how will NEU survive this? It's still 4-mans that we're gonna be talking about. But on the connector itself, maybe he's gonna be spotting out at least one, and NEU just gonna be going with those playstyles that they're quite confident with. But looks like Owen spots out Shinobi after the 2K. And let's see if they'll be able to survive this still, because tag right now ang isa sa mga miyembro ng TUP. But Mac Ace is just waiting patiently here, seeing Owen right now on this on his right side, and if he gets the timing perfectly, then it's gonna be over for the side of TUP. And looks like Owen has been eliminated. He takes down right now the lockdown, so that it can be a possibility of a bigger win from Paradigm Vanguards. But as the post plant kicks in once again, will Gearhawks actually survive this going up against the 3 members? Because it's gonna be taking it 1, but there's only gonna be Prance once again with that Hunter's Fury. But
Let's go! France! Sinaksak nila! Pinakay lang dun. And oh my God, France! Lahat ng pwede mangyari sa'yo, kinatay.
Thanks.
Kinawawa. Dinala sa Monterrey makatapos. And that's so sad. That's just so sad.
Ionix.
France. kawawa si Franz. Onyx, pag ginatay si Franz, pre.
Nano siya, na samurai kill.
Samurai kill, bago yun na, okay yun na. Chop,
Samurai
chop.
kill siya. Ay,
So,
like yung knife niya, tama ba? Tama ba ako?
so,
Oh!
so you Franz just, he got detained. He got detained, that's the big deal. I first I thought like, oh, why isn't he just putting the bow and arrow away, right? And I realized no, he's detained. He was the one in charge to shut down that lockdown. He's like, you had one job, France, and well, unfortunately, couldn't get the job done, and it's NEU who gets it there instead. So after that, I'd say tragic event that has happened here in the promotionals. We are back into the game in 6-4, but NEU, they have the economy back into their favor. They do have some ultimates to use as well. And the Onyx ready with the Bladestorm backs on out. Mga TUP pupunta ng A side, but NEU, they've given it up. This is barely a defense here for the Paradigm Vanguards on that site itself. They're stacking on B. They're willing to go for the retake, but thing is, they don't have the lockdown. They have the From the Shadows, they have the Bladestorm, and I'd like to see NEU actually put a few more bodies to the A site, but no, it's still too late right now. And TUP, they're off to the Raiders and they're getting to the objective.
They're gonna be getting to objective, but let's see the Kings of Phoenix once again. And EU, we're gonna be talking about. They're still alive, 5 out of 5. But how will they be able to take this Shinobi once again with the lineups? He takes down the Pitson once again, but as this post plant hits, they need to go with the crossfires, but they gotta take care of a unit who's standing still here in heaven. But as they take out the clear, they were able to pin it out, pero sinabayan na nga din kagad ang paranoia, and looks like they're gonna be getting a kill coming from Mac Ace. But on the other side, one by one, bumabagsak na nga kagad sila. And France still, he wants to make it up for what happened earlier but with the knife kill, but Mac Ace still saves the day for the side of Paradigm Vanguards, and they will be leading once again by 3 against Gearhawks.
And NEU back with the momentum. This is now a bit more convincing from them, but still a similar case. Unfortunately though, for the side of TUP, wala na silang yung tipong, whatever guys, okay lang, mabawi natin, and then we can go for a comeback in terms of the economy. Because even though that was dicey and close for the side of NEU, we're in the last round of the first half race. So mag-reset now, pero very, very soon, we're gonna go back into the pistol as the sides do swap. For NEU, they just keep that momentum to build up an 8-4 scoreline if they can get this win. But TUP, at least they're gonna have a few guns into play, and they also have the Bladestorm in the hands of Germanium. But Odin in the hands of Shinobi. Germanium though knows exactly what's going on, and fly on high, Germanium. It seems like he is the Lord and Savior of this round, but Raven right now with the fight on Owen instead, making it 4v4. NEU, they were caught by surprise there. Sabi na, okay lang yan, Odin spam, kaya to. But TUP playing it smart. And now they're going towards C-side. There's Dash on it, there's Secrets as well. And can the Onyx hold? No, he's held together by the Gravity Well instead. And here comes the Gearhawks.
Gearhawks with a good setup that they are having here in C. It's gonna be all connecting all together, but on the other side, with just Herminium getting a lot of frags is also helpful for the side. But oh no, behind the scenes, Raven takes down Modsky, and this is pretty big, a 2v3 still. This is gonna be the comeback once again coming from NEU, but Herminium, he still tries to save the day because it's gonna go up against Raven, but Raven sees him, and it's going to be a 4-round difference in the first half.
Yeah, Raven rocking that round, popping the Empress and going for the hard carry there. NEU Paradigm Vanguard showing why they defeated TUP last time in Division A. And here on Haven, it feels like that their momentum is just in full force. But look at this, look at how many rounds NEU won in that first half thanks to Defuse. 7. 7 times out of 8. Na-plant na ng TUP, it just goes to show how close the series can really be, how much space Gearhawks is able to get for themselves. But after all the allocations, and then when NEU swoops in to play it clutch, that is really where they get the retake on. And you mentioned it, parang sila yung naging retake kings dito sa promotionals eh. When they give up a site, they know they can confidently get it back. And for TUP right now, they'll see how their defense is going to unfold, because on their side right now, it's all about the eliminations, it's all about getting the takedowns, and if they can stop NEU before they can even make it to the sites, it'll be a big advantage for the style of the Gearhawks.
Let's see if that's gonna be the game changer once again for both these teams. But looks like they want to commit in B, but they are just gonna be denying from the stack of Gearhawk. So they will be changing their pacing. They will be going to C instead. But as we have those counter flashes to Gearhawks, will it be possible for them to get this retake? Let's see, that's gonna be the bigger answers that we have. But they need to plant it already. Pero they're just checking every corner. Baka sila pa kasi yung ma-turn ng tables ngayon ng Gearhawks. But speaking of, this spike has been planted. Looks like Shinobi sneaks in against Blitzen. No flashes anymore. And that's the biggest question we have because Mac is right behind the backstop. He
Last
gets
player
one, but
standing.
there's just some plates. But Hermanium na lang kagad na natitira and spams through the smoke. Through the smoke. Chicey gets him. And this is quite big for the side of NEU. Imagine you're winning the pistol round. So it's gonna be a bonus once again. And this might gonna be NEU just dominating all over TUP. But on the side of TUP, they just need to wake up, make sure that they need to counter those everything that Paradigm Vanguards has in store of them.
Yeah, Chicey so spicy though in that last round. He found the 3K anyway, he went for the smokes into play, and he effectively just cut up the vision there of TUP as soon as they tried to go for the hold in the first place. But I want to give it to Mac Ace actually. He's been a very precise shot, didn't make the most noise in that last round, but notably a few 2Ks in quick succession have really turned the NEU pace to the next level. But now, right now, we're going for the knob, and we got Aeonix there twisting it against Owen. Aeonix still not done. He finds two so far. Blitzen gonna get caught out here by Raven, and NEU, they're just going for the steamroll onto that A side. Now the attack, now the aggression. It seems like for NEU, they have even more control and more options when they're the ones on the assault. We saw it a while ago. They're the ones going for the retake gameplay, but Germanian gets the dink onto Aeonix, but cannot find Raven there. And the murder of crows will murder three, and there we go right now. NEU keeping it up and getting two more on the scoreboard.
Oh no, but how will the timeout comes out of TUP? Maybe? This is the time where they can finally talk about it once again. They improved their games earlier on the first half nung nagkakaroon sila ng timeout. So maybe they just want to change it once again, their second timeout. Siguro kung we're just gonna be seeing the first half, TUP needs to work more on their post plans kasi nakakapasok naman sila ng site even if ang ganda na ng defense ng NEU against them. So they just need to work on their post plant and maybe if they are able to work against it, they'll definitely be one of the teams that we also need to look and watch out for. But the fact that here in NEU, all of their members are popping off, especially with how those diffusals coming right through with the 1v1s, with the clutch potential we really need to take care of how Paradigm Vanguards is suddenly growing into a bigger monster that we have. And kita mo naman, lahat ng mga nagko-comments coming in from the NEU fans, Aeonix together with Raven, they need to chill it out because they've been popping off. But I really do think all of them are on a killing spree. Especially with Mac Ace with his lurks usually. He goes for the backstabs or if not, he has good spray downs talaga. Kaya kailangan talaga nila itong panatilihin. But then, kung matatalo pa yung TUP sa round na bonus dapat sa side ng Paradigm Vanguards, kailangan nila mag-ingat na because it's just gonna be Paradigm Vanguards being successful with everything that they have because this is really important. It's the promotionals we're talking about right now.
Yeah, this is it. You want to get to Division A, might as well try it out in the first place and might as well go for the push. But as we get the shots already, Germanium looking to pick up the rifles. And TUP, kanina nakita natin, di ba, Ray Ray, nag-timeout lang sila, nakatulong na sa kanila to get the points they need on the board. But now, can they do it yet again? Can they break the momentum? NEU and that rethink their plans. Is that Nanoswarm doesn't get too much, but Aeonix is there running on around instead. Steps on his own teammates Nanoswarm. Wants to go for the push right now onto that A site. And here we have it again. Split is going to be the call here for this A. Short and long, going to have these angles. And here we have Aeonix right now going for a blade. But once he gets to it, then Germany going to miss. That's fine. And three here so far for the side of TUP. Owen going to get on the board. Chicey will get 2Ks there. But Owen with the cleanup. And as soon as TUP sets foot on the side of, well, that A site, they held it together. And NEU now taken aback by the force. But gotta say, not too bad for NEU also. 3 kills in that round.
Yeah, 3 kills in a bonus round. That's gonna be giving them a lot on this round itself. Kita mo naman, they're gonna be going with those full armors plus their Vandals and there's Phantoms. So TUP, they need to take care of this. But on the other side naman, I think um the fact that all of the frags that we have for Paradigm are equally distributed. Ang ganda talaga ng pinapakita nila sa atin ngayon compared of what we've seen on the last season of itself. But as Aeonix, he needs to take a good entry here in B. And after that, they'll be controlling in B. And it's gonna be harder for Gearhawks once again to go with the retake. Pero we still have hopes, syempre, sa side ng TUP that they'll be able to step up after the timeout itself because they're already talked about their mistakes and what they can do to counter these utilities that we have beside the Paradigm Vanguards. But no, but Prance, his hands are on the line. He needs to take a Yonex. It's gonna be a game changer, and looks like they're just gonna be rattling the defense of Gearhawks on the side of NEU. But as they take each step, it's gonna be, of course, a wonder wall coming from them. But as Raven makes a move, he took out already the Leers, but he has the Empress. He tries to spam through the smoke. He gets already Podski. And it's just gonna be a full control that we have for the side of Paradigm Vanguards as we only have two coming right up in Gearhawks, but Blitzen takes a frag. This is gonna be a probable pa para sa Gearhawks. But then at 11 HP, it's a big question mark that we have here. But Hermanium is still alive. He's gonna be coming from the backstab. But Aeonix gets him. And Hermanium going up against two. He needs to check every corner because on his right side, we have Chicey. And now he will be finishing him off. 11-5 and 2 left before Paradigm Vanguards secures this series against Gearhawks. Or rather, this first map against Gearhawks.
Yeah, NEU just absolutely on fire, and it really feels like that they're just feeling it right now, right? It's like TUP can get the answers on, but overall Paradigm Vanguards, the ball's in their court, the momentum is in their favor, and they're just really showing up today. Now, compared to yesterday, compared to their Division A run, this is where NEU is really shining, and they don't want to go back to Division B. Tama na raw yun, run na yun. They want to get that chance for redemption. They want to show us what they can really bring to the table. And for TUP, parang it's like shades of the past here right now. They remember how they took the L against NEU before. It was a bit of a comeback for Paradigm Vanguards, but this time it's a completely different beast from NEU. And what can they do right now? How will they play things out? And what kind of stopgate methods can they actually do in the first place to hamper Paradigm Vanguards here?
Yep. And Gearhawks. We're seeing a lot of chances, but every chance that they have seems like it's slipping out of their hands when it comes to their retakes talaga. And of course, Blitzen, we still need more of that popping off, but knowing him naman talaga, he can take it. It's just that they need that timing talaga when you have that Sky. Sky is a powerful agent, but if you don't get the tempo right, just like how we play the music, it's not gonna be working well. But on this eco round, will they be able to at least secure some of the kills? Unfortunately not, because that mid control itself is going to be shifting right through the paradigm of the Vanguards that we're talking about right now, as we only have one left, and that's going to be Owen behind the scenes. But looks like Mac Ace will be finishing him out, and after that flawless execution, it's already the match point for the side of NEU.
And EU on map point, and one more to get Haven under the belt. But look at the stats here for the side of NEU, right? Shinobi there with 13 assists. We talk about how much of a team player he can be, how he can really go for the carry role as well when his team needs him to. But this time, he's not only getting the kills, he's setting things up. And NEU, it's the same case also. It's a team effort, them getting to take Mad Smoke, Ace and the Onyx, the surest shots right now. And it's just been absolutely precise here from NEU. Here on the attacking side, they're feeling so comfortable. And what can TUP do right now? Well, at least here, the hold from Owen is able to acclimate and catch out one Raven. Over the refrag, makes it 4v4. But Chicey right now putting it on the left-hand side. Here we go right now with Spike being planted. And as the paranoia is thrown on over, not only that, Ray may lockdown pa dito ang Paradigm Vanguards. So they really want to seal the deal already. They want to finish this off as soon as possible. And NEU right now waiting for, well, TUP to come at them.
Yes, this will still be a big possibility. They have that Cosmic Divide. Might be a big probability of them winning this, but unfortunately, it's seeing those trades, but
One
Raven shutting
enemy
down her
remaining.
minion. But oh, looks like the spray down coming from Monsky will be taking out at least
One
two,
enemy
but it's all
remaining.
gonna be upon Mac Ace. 2 HP in a dream. Will this be a Mac Ace time that we're talking about? Because it's just been delaying so much. And up ahead with a clutch and a win.
Attackers win.
Paradigm Backwards gets this against TUP on the first map. A 13-5, a big lead coming in from them shows to us that this team has been growing so much, and all the smiles on their faces. Finally, after those dreadful comebacks also coming in from the other teams, we're also seeing here Paradigm Vanguard securing at least 1 out of 3 maps that we have against the TUP Gearhawks.
And that's the thing for NEU. They want a victory like this. They've seen their run, they've seen their record so far, and it's been like, okay, nakakomeback tayo isang beses and we haven't been able to get the wins in the other one. So here for the promotionals, if they want to survive, if they want to get a better showing next season, if they can make it to Division A, this is the performance that we are expecting. And what is going on for NEU? Well, everything is firing on all cylinders. First, it was the Unix, then you have the likes of Raven, you have McAce getting on the board, Shinobi, of course, and it just feels like for NEU right now that it just hops around to whoever is willing to play the clutch, who's willing to will their teams to victory. When you got Chicey making the right decisions as well, it's such a complete package right now for NEU, and it's been a bit both of a blessing and a curse, I gotta say. It's a blessing because you don't have to rely on anyone, but the curse has been how can they thrust themselves into the next level. But here against TUP, also a fellow Division A member who is playing in the promotionals right now, this is them becoming a lot more convincing because you said it yourself, Ray Ray. No naglaban sila no Group A, nung naglaban sila sa Icebox, the question was, can NEU even get the rounds? Can they get the win? And they eventually did. So here for TUP right now, the question is, what are they doing wrong? How can they adjust against NU? Because the pop off from the Paradigm Vanguards is looking so much better compared to any other game we've seen them here in season 3.
You know what, to answer that question, we just need to take on their agent pickings talaga. If we're just gonna be basing on how Gearhawks has this strategy, it's just the same as what we've seen earlier against, of course, PUP and USC. So, nakita na natin yung mga changes nila sa meta, but they just need to work on it. Kasi kapag naging successful naman yung kanilang agents selection, maybe that's gonna be the time where TUP can finally be successful. So, I rather go with the agents that I'm comfortable with rather than on those agents na kaya naman pero nga lang it's still a 50-50 side. So let's see how will they actually practice this out. But moving on what happened to Haven, we're gonna be focusing this time around in Ascent. But looks like they're gonna be still sticking with a double initiator. But on the side of Paradigm Vanguards, seems like we're gonna be seeing instead of an Omen, we have here their Astra, Kaya Chicey.
Oh, there we go. So Astra's gonna be abound instead. Seems like for any yung the way we're asking, why not play the Astra? Because they feel comfortable with the Omen on a map like that. But when we get into Ascent, they want that control, and you got McAce and Chicey looking to do what needs to be done. Just get the funnels on and make the victories happen. But on the flip side, Gearhawks, they can do the same thing. Owen and Monsky. And Owen on the Killjoy is still a potent force to behold. You do have that Jet there into play as well. Double Initiator gonna be the call here for TUP. And love to see what the Sky can do here. But this is gonna be do or die time here for the Gearhawks. Nasabi mo nga, di ba, naka-uniform pa nga dyan. So they need to really get back to the books and figure out exactly what is going on here. Because for NEU, this is their ticket back to the Division A. This is their way to put TUP down to the ground and down to Division B. And we will see them on the attacking side first. So double duelist versus double initiator. Can any use that extra aggression to help them out? Or roll for the side of, well, TUP. Can the flashes get more intel? Can we get Prans to figure out what's going on? And what can the Gearhawks do with that map knowledge?
How will they be able to maximize out of the agents that they have? But looking great sa side ng NEU. The fact that it's already a 13-5 in favor of them with their agent lineup gonna be so good for them. I mean, that aggression talaga when it comes to Valorant here in the collegiate scene, sobrang perfect talaga, not only to NEU but also to those teams like what we've seen earlier, USC. It's still working. And the plus, if you have those key players, just like what we've seen coming from a Unix and Raven with the duelist on the previous map, I think we're gonna be seeing more of them, especially they're starting in the attacking side. So this is a good momentum coming in from NEU. But on the other side naman, TUP, they still have the heart. And knowing that they're on the defending side, it's a good way to tackle in against Owen together with Monski, because these are the particular agents that you need to have if you're on the defending, because it's very important to have those good anchors talaga, and the delays coming right through from the stars of Astra, and consecutively those utilities by Owen himself.
Yeah, where we have it though. We're looking to get into the game and we can make sure everything is a-okay for all of our players. But I really want to keep an eye out on what Aeonix and Raven are gonna do this time. Kasi nung last time sa Haven, they're willing to play the aggression, willing to go for the pushes, and it really feels like it's not really a term of sync between them, but more of that they can pop off individually. So can they actually work together here against TUP? Can they get that right control on the right side as they're on the attacking side? There were rounds though of those moments, runs especially on their attacking side. At since attack sila muna dito, it might be the same old case. It's Shinobi. They only need the one guy for the intel, and that man is him. The duty falls on him to do the same effort like before the side of TUP, as they're just huddling around the spawn right now. It feels like there's this heaviness right now in the air for them. Can they actually survive here and force out the map number 3? Or will we see the Gearhawks finally fall to Division B? We'll find out very, very soon dito, Ray Ray. May ritual pa nga sila din sa, ano eh. What is that supposed to be?
May
Ano,
transmutation circle dyan.
ano ba yan? What is that even? It's like a wishing well, like a fountain or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe they're just playing a trip to Jerusalem.
Trip to Ascent.
Trip to Ascent. But looking at this, guys, especially with how we're gonna be starting. Okay na ba? Ayan, okay na. Baka may tech post na naman. Mag-uusap na naman kami tungkol sa anime. But,
Bagong
kidding.
anime ni Ray Ray.
Anong bagong anime ba dyan? But, for those who are asking, habang bago mag-start, I'm currently watching Boku no Hero Academia Season 5. So, it's a good season. And it's a good anime, so you should watch it. But as we start already, that, how will or rather, how will TUP come back against NEU in this map? Like I said, every collegiate team that is very familiar with it, but looks like France wants to start it with this lineup with a shock dart, and he will be denying two together with Hermanium having a total control in a B main, and there's only two left coming from Paradigm backwards as Hermanium finishes out Mackay's, and there's only Shinobi left up on the grabs going up against the three members of TUP, and they're just gonna be spamming those classics plus the ghosts. And here we have TUP trying to determine their momentum here in Ascent.
Yeah, TUP putting a deterrence there, and we are going to see them win out that first round. Prance there popping off. Germanium going to get on the board as well. And TUP at the very least showing the signs of life that they need to survive in this series. They put a stop to whatever kind of push NEU wants to play in the first place. And NEU instead going to change it up and look to find picks across the map. But keep an eye out on the Unix. Nandito na siya. Hawak-hawak yung Marshall. And maybe he can get that mid-control here for the side of NEU. But TUP right now keeping an eye out. And they are going to look for the push onto B main. Ace though, watching out for anyone to actually go for that mid-control as well. And since there's no push into Link, there is the crossfire instead versus Germanium and Unix. Waiting for that takedown. And Ace turning around just to die. Blitzen going to get on the board there. And suddenly it's 5v3. Shock darts now fly on by. Chai-C gonna be sticking on around. And there we have it. France still busy with the dart. Will he get baited here? It seems like it's gonna be so close, and the swing there from France will lead to his demise. Eventually though, things are falling apart for NEU, but this is a gun advantage for TUP, and they clean up nicely. 2-0 right now. The Gear Hops are awake. But when will NEU step on up yet again? Guns now available, and here comes New Era University. Keep an eye out though again. Potential entry from Aeonix and Raven. On a map like Ascent, you're gonna need a bit more coordination from the Reyna and the Jet together from one side of the map. And I can't wait to see how they will take a site, where will they go in the first place, and what can NEU do next?
NEU, I think this is one of the things that we're gonna be waiting out of them. I mean, we still have that double duelist, and if they just play aggressively, maybe they can just put off a guard ng TUP. But on the other side, this is a good way. Kitang-kita mo naman on the map itself. They have a lot of stalls coming in from TUP. You have those good setups, both from Owen together with the together with your, of course, Astra. So if you just play it so coordinated compared to what happened in Haven, maybe this is a good step up that we're seeing and a good light coming in from TUP. And speaking of France, will just be playing aggressively. He gets one out. He tries to pull out that shock dart. Unfortunately, he gets tagged. He needs to back it off. But on the other side, Owen, who tries to play aggressively here in Catwalk, will be secured by Aeonix. Still a 4v4, but those, we have this gravity well, makakapagsip-sip pa nga kagad ang ibang mga miyembro and delaying so much for the aggressiveness. Pero tumawid lang sa Aeonix. Will he be able to get down at least one? Nope. They will be denied. Unti-unti sila nababawasan ngayon with that Modski spray, with his spray, with that Spectre. And there's only 3 left. But all of them coming in from 3, coming from Gardens, getting out 3 members left up ahead sa Paradigm Vanguards. On a full buy ng NEU. Looks like Gearhawks right now is on a fire. They had that reset talaga.
Yeah, and they look so much more comfortable on a map like this. They understand where to go, how to hold, and NEU, they're just funneling into die. This might just be where TUP can truly shine, and we've seen them as a squad that they can play it smart, that they know that they can just go for their own resets mentally and basically reset their aim, reset their playstyle, and figure out how to go for the hold. So far, so good dito para sa TUP. Germania pa rin naka-operator ngayon, but then Monsky looking to keep an eye out. Aeonix right now on the Sheriff. And we've seen their struggles on economy in that last game, and now it increases tenfold as they're the ones on the lower scoreline as well. How can they find the pickoffs? Will TUP just clean up house very, very quickly? Aeonix is one away from the Blade Storm, but you can really see the struggles right now of NEU. Hindi pa nga makakuha ng Blade Storm dito. It's still gonna be a big, big problem. And for them, the answer right now is to try and believe in the Marshal. Raven buys some space. Aeonix just hugs the right-hand side. And there you go. The Blade Storm is now available. Aeonix with that takedown. And here comes NEU. But can he stay on alive? Picks up the Phantom as well. Didn't pop the ultimate actually for the time being here, Ray. And he's sneaking around towards the gardens.
As he sneaks himself in, he tries to get the frag. Magkakapag talaga siya right now. He's faced through against Romania, but behind the scenes, Monsky just getting a good backstab once again against Aeonix to get rid of Raven. But we see here the guys of Paradigm Vanguards having the complete, not just so complete,
30
but all
seconds
of
left.
to them left here in A side. But as we see, goes with a safe plant. How will they be able to take this against the guys of Gearhawks, knowing that it's a 3v2? It's not impossible. You have the Sheriffs coming in, but as the Stars kicks in, it was a big help for actually Gearhawks to do that, but Shinobi plays a lot of time. He's gonna go up against Sue. Will this be a good clutch coming right up from him? But on the up top himself, they're playing it out. Oh, puto na lang Monsky will be saving the day. But Franz, what are you doing?
Jump scare! Oh my god! Franz shows up out of nowhere! The horror there. But in the end, there you go. TUP making it 4-0. And things are looking absolutely stellar right now for the Gearhawk. Shinobi going for the shots. You gotta check this out. Look at the parkour. Look at Pants. He's up top. So Shinobi backs on the way. Suddenly, a wild Soma appears with a knife out. And then, pinabalikan lang ni Franz, diba? Siya yung biniktima kanina, siya yung kinatay, siya yung nadal sa Monterrey, diba? So, he wants to at least transfer that Mr. Me to someone else. But 4-0 right now, the power levels have transferred. It's TUP absolutely in control. And as Aeonix decides to go for the Blade Storm, and the guns are bought here by the side of NEU, McAce is taking way too much damage from the Sova Shock Darts. It's already TUP having a good idea of what's going on.
Gusto lang daw magkaroon ng Revenger Star. Pero sabi ko, hindi yan si Jet si Sova yung gamit mo, Franz. FYI! On the other side, an FYI coming right out for Paradigm Vanguards as they get through B side. Will they be able to take some good knockouts? But unfortunately, wala. Vincent gets Aeonix. Denied ang kanilang aggressiveness here in B once again with Chasapranz taking out the T2, and that's gonna be a gamer changer sa side ng Gearhawks. Shyc na lang natitira, but at least Mac Ace gets blitzen. He will be taking out this lockdown itself, but oh no, Monsky will be spotting him out at 2v1 still. Will this have probability of them getting this round para sa side ng NEU? But unfortunately, it won't be as Owen still saves the day. getting once again this fifth consecutive round. And Gearhawks is still dominating. Pero Paradigm Vanguards, you just need to play it out a little bit. Try to go with the passive playstyles and just go aggressive once they get a good hold of their angles and denying at least one or two in B or either in A. And it might be a big win sa kanila.
No, that's the thing for TUP here on the defense is where they really shine. Kanina nakita rin naman natin eh, dun sa bumabawi konti, dun sila naghahanap ng paraan para lang maka at the very least get their formations on. And even though NEU was able to snowball out of control on their attacking side last time, it still was TUP having basically some of the proper mindsets for it. But we get it here on the center results that they're looking for. Overall, though, it's just the amount of holds that they get in the first place. The positioning right now is just a bit of a masterclass here from the Gearhawks so far. And effectively, in in terms of their momentum, in terms of the economy, they're doing a better job compared to NEU last time because they're the ones keeping alive. They're the ones making sure that their economy has that buffer. And compared to the 5-0 nung Haven kanina, Ray, diba? Yung Paradigm Vanguards, gipit sa pera, pakataas lang nila matalo isang beses. Dito sa TUP, they have a great foundation to go for more and to go longer. And that goes a long way in terms of confidence, in terms of that willingness to peak, in terms of that willingness to go for the holds if ever, and to use ultimates a bit earlier than before. So this is a very good sign for TUP right now. They got 5 rounds in a row. NEU though relying on that lose streak to let them buy some guns here. But we'll see right now what the Paradigm Vanguards can do. We know they can be aggressive. We know we can be potent, but we're not really getting the sync right now that they need for a map like Ascent compared to Haven.
See if how will they be able to manipulate pa rin sa side ng EUP going up against Paradigm Vanguards. But as we see here, her medium bit at operator, it is a good way for them to actually get those long holes and finally be pinning down how Paradigm Vanguards play their style also on their aggressiveness. But looks like they want to bail out. They know that there's an operator user in in A main. And instead of dominating in A main, they might play it out here in Catwalk once again. But seems like they're just playing it passively compared to how they play aggressively. And this is a good way. But on the other side, Raven will be tagged just by those shock darts flying in. Tapos sasabayan na naman nila ito with that blind himself pero mukhang wala na. But as they go into pizza, this might be a good way because Shinobi takes Owen and have just been playing passively. This can be a big probability of Paradigm Vanguards winning this, but goes through the spam. Aeonic still gets blitzen, but this is a good take on it around himself. But the fact that Raven will be just be aggressive right now, he gets a 2K and we only have one left. No, just not twice, but thrice. Ngayon ang ginagawa ni Raven. And finally, after 5-0, Paradigm Vanguards, they will be shifting once again the momentum up ahead sa kanila. And it's going to be a game changer that we have.
And exactly that. That's the speed, that's the movement, and that's the position that Raven needs to take there for the side of NEU. He went for the push. He went all the way to the spawn side of TUP. And what happens? Just the operator a little too busy. No one really keeping an eye out on him. And NEU finally getting their second duelist here online and ready to go. They get the first point on the board for themselves. Still though, it is 5-1, and Germanium going to keep an eye out for the operator and looks to go for the push. Hunter's Fury is the call. The turret distracting him, and that will allow Mac Ace to fend him off for the time being. A dash on the way though to go for the resets. And you now, they know that this is gonna be the Jets playing danger close, and Raven, he's not done. He's gotten the momentum from the previous round. He's gotten that confidence, and this is where Paradigm Vanguards can look and start looking to be feisty.
I really do think that's the time where actually Paradigm Vanguards will be showing their shine here in their attacking side. Pero nga lang, feel ko sobrang nahihirapan ka
Spike
talaga when you have
planted.
that operator. It's not gonna be at least picking up one of the members ng Paradigm Vanguards. So that's where gonna be the big question right now. If Hermanium's gonna be still with that operator, I think, yep, they will be saving it instead. Pero maybe after a few tries, they can still be successful when it comes to that. But they're giving so much for the side of Paradigm Vanguards. Imagine 5 of them are still alive and they still want to find us frags because they don't want, of course, Gearhawks to be able to save their guns.
Yeah, we'll see though how this is gonna work on out. Got Gearhawks. They will just save by the boathouse. But NEU, they're getting the confidence that they need here, Ray Ray. Kanina nakita naman natin sa Haven, diba? Yun yung willingness nila parang kumahanap ng push, willingness nila na ituloy-tuloy lang lahat, and just how close they would be willing to play against TUP. I'd love to see that yet again because in terms of the distance, dun naman nanalo ang Gearhawks when they can keep away from what NEU is trying to do in the first place, but they can just play the sidelines over looking to go for the hard and brutal contests in close range, then that's where they get overrun. But so far, it still is NEU right now. Getting back to momentum, TUP, they saved the operator, but in terms of the guns, not gonna be the complete buy for everyone. At pansin mo, na kanina nag 5-0, tapos biglang nagka-streak yung kalaban. And the same thing right now, really goes to show that the tenacity and the tendencies of these two teams, they're pretty similar in a few ways. The Trailblazer right now gonna get broken on down. Raven, their backs on the way, and TUP has decided to go for the expedition here. Aggression to the middle, trying to play the flag here from Monski. This gives seeds the positioning to NEU for Monski na naman. He's there by the spawn, and he finds Raven already. A second one perhaps doesn't even know the Killjoy is behind him. But in this chaos, it's 5v4, and TUP tried to take advantage.
He'll be able to take advantage because, oh, that's what we're talking about. Monsky still gets Mac Ace. He knows the position when it comes to those post plants. But still, we have the Onyx still alive. The Bungos and Armenium. Dash, and suddenly it's gonna be a big crumble outside of Gearhawks, even if Monsky was able to take down the teams too. But Shinobi, he has a lineup. He will be denying as he gets one, but it's going to be Owen himself versus Aeonic. Will he be able to get the clutch? And that's what we're gonna be talking about right now with Aeonix finishing out Owen. And Paradigm Vanguards wins 3 consecutive rounds right now. 5-3 is our scoreline. And after that, Gearhawks has a sudden crumbles on their defense. It has a big potential, but of course, after those series of rounds where Paradigm Vanguards is just reading how Gearhawks play it on their defense, they finally know how to trade off their cards, and here it is. It's already manifesting.
Yeah, it seems like that's the case. NEU though, oof, the momentum is now squarely in their favor, and TUP, they tried to play the aggression a while ago, tried to make a play, and honestly, it was already a great effort there from the likes of Monsky, but it's still not gonna be enough as NEU is ready to fight and look for the duels as much as possible. But Raven, he's looking for the pop-up, but Aeonix will pop Blitz in there! He just plays the long-range game with the Vandal. This is what the Vandal is all about! But Monsky, he's looking to hold close with the Phantom instead. The Battle of the Rifles. Who will peek who first? Can Aeonix get that takedown? A crispy headshot will be enough. There we go, already with the spray. Gravity well gonna be the call. Loudburst though in response. And Aeonix, he got tagged quite a little bit. But he will survive right now to keep NEU with a man advantage here, Ray Ray.
Man advantage is the key when you're also on your attacking side, but as Franz, will he be able to eliminate against 2? Because that will be the biggest challenge coming right up here in Paradigm Vanguards. But as they also take out the Cosmic Divide, I really do see there's still a light of advantage that Paradigm Vanguards has. But Raven is just hiding behind those corners. They can actually just manipulate it up ahead. And speaking of, Aeonix gets Owen, but Monsky once again takes him out. But knowing that it's a 3v4, and there's the Cosmic Divide that equalizes everything, will they be able to get this? But oof, Raven spots out the last 2 guys up ahead. And it's just only gonna be Hermania with a 30 HP and a Dream. Pero nga lang, hinahabol na siya ngayon. And Shinobi goes with his frag, the last kill up ahead. And it's going to be a tie score that we have a 5-5. Yeah. 5, right?
5-4. Kulang
5-4 na ba? Meron pa pala, meron pa pala.
Galing na math mo, Ray Ray. Okay yun.
Oh, I'm a caster, so I don't do math. But right now, okay, 5-4, 5-4.
5-4. Malapit na. This is looking likely though to become 5-5. I'll give it to you again. Fairly naman. This is Gearhawks only gonna have the marshals here. They're gonna go for the shares, and if they can't hit the headshots, they're the ones who's gonna get domed instead by the opposition. For NEU, best chance right now to go for the bomb rush and more. But oh, there you go already. The first kill comes from Owen Monsky. I was talking about it. The headshots connecting from the side of TUP. It seems like it's a prophecy that is going fulfilled so far. But can they get more though? That's the question. Blitzen now gonna get dinked a little bit. Has the back on away. It's so dangerous here for the side of TUP, but NEU, they're put on notice that even though they have the gun advantage, they still need to be careful as Gearhawks are ready to be precise.
I mean, you got the 2 frags with just sheriffs coming in, so it's always gonna be training in how accurate you are. But plus, Gravity Well speaks up for himself. And speaking of Monsky, just by throwing out his stars, he gets 2, but it's not impossible for Chicey to get this clutch going up against 3. But the moment that they got a lot of Vandals and of course Phantoms up ahead, I think this will be helpful sa side ng Gearhawks. A thrifty round can be secured. But as we see here, there's the Owl Drone coming right through. All of them just popping their utilities just to eliminate Chicey. And speaking of Hermanium with that Vandal that he got from Paradigm Vanguard, securing this. And a thrifty round has been executed. 6-4 is up on the grabs. But we still have a lot of economy naman para sa side ng Paradigm Vanguards. They can still buy their guns.
Yeah, TUP. They made it work. That's the thing. They were looking for that crack shots. They were looking for those amazing heads, and that was exactly what they have brought to the table. Really feels like for the Gearhawks, that was that wake up call from that last game. They realized now, okay, guys, we need to get off to a better start earlier on, because if NEU gets that momentum, they can just look to run away with it, and that's where the Paradigm Vanguards can truly shine. But it's still 6-4. A chance here for NEU to tie things up for the first half before it ends. The ASUS smoke's gonna be in the way. Cloudburst's gonna be there. Now the Swarm still has been navigated. And that Phantom is seen. And Aeonix, he gets spray onto 2. Monsky through the smoke still falls there. Blitz is gonna be able to get 3 though so far. And the power position from the high ground is all the Gearhawks needs to keep themselves alive. Not only that, Ray, the spike is down on the ground. It's out in the open and the Sky can just keep an eye on it.
Oh no, just by Blitz and spraying! And he gets 3, and that's pretty big, but oof, Raven, he knows where he is already hiding, but will he be able to get a good answer against Raven as he's going up against 2, and he already knows where these guys were gonna be popping off, but as he gets the spike, he needs to came down at this 1, but those 2 will just be picking against him, and Franz will be taking him out. A 7-4 lead, this is quite big, coming in from Gearhawks, coming in from on what happened previously in Haven compared to their performance, but at least now we're seeing a lot coming in from them, and yeah, it's doing great.
That's looking wonderful here for the Gearhawks, and if they can keep up this form, we are actually going to go into map number 3, and it really feels like that would be the best case for this series. These two teams were so close in Division A. It really feels like right now that battle for survival, the battle for that slot, it will come to a head. It will come, of course, to the very last moment, and it's up to the Gearhawks right now to make amends from the previous mistakes in that previous map and look to tie things up. But Germanium, he saw that Nazar getting thrown. Now he knows there's a Killjoy there, so he's gonna wait for this. Iintay niya talaga to Ray. Basta may mag-peek dito na Killjoy makulit. But there, the Cloudburst right now to prevent the scan from hitting him. And he will be backing all the way because he exposed his position. Just gives good control here to the side of NEU. But then again, TUP, they just don't want to lose out a member too early on the defense.
Buti na lang, nag-back off siya kasi kanina pa siya naghihintay na may lalabas na Killjoy. Perfect time also coming from Paradigm Vanguards. Best as of NEU make a move right now. Who's gonna get who? As Mac Ace tries to pick in here in mid, will he be able to get a good spray down? Unfortunately, wala pa. But this is a good thing about Paradigm Vanguards. Just play it passively first. Kasi natuto na kasi sila sa mga mistakes nila on the previous round. And Summer, nakabaksi! Oh no, nakabaksi Monsky against Raven. But he'll be eliminated right now with those advantages coming in. But oh, the stats coming right through. Owen takes the head of Shinobi. Still 4v4. We have that lockdown coming in from Gearhawks that he can actually take out. And speaking of, that's gonna be happening here. Oh no, you need to check every points we have. Hermanium just didn't expect Maki is coming right through, but gets a trade coming from Blitz and Owen to the head of Raven. But we still have Aeonix being alive, but there's only Chicey left behind the generators. Going up against Snow. Could have been a good 2-hog, pero hindi pa nga yun i-allow ng Gearhawks, and winning this 4-round advantage in the first half is telling us that this is really a good matchup, an equalizer for both of the teams, as Gearhawks is also stopping up the boards against NEU.
Yeah, NEU, they need to figure out and fast what to do. as the Gearhawks right now, it's actually the Gearhawks going for the timeout here actually. And it's interesting, right? Na ang TUP ang hilig nila nag-use ng extra time dito para lang pag-usapan ano kailangan gawin. Nagdi-discuss sila so ano magiging plan nila, and it really just goes to show that, well, fear for TUP. They're such a smart cookie team. They know what to do in many instances, and they want to realize exactly what's going on. But for NEU right now, on the defensive side, they're gonna need to step things up. How can they put on the holds? How can they go for the plays? Because last time on Haven, it was just a matter of the clutch to bring them to the next level. And they're gonna look for a bit more consistency coming into this one, Ray Ray. Pero 8-4 right now. Gearhawks in a very good spot. Walang curse. It's been pretty secure so far. And they found a way to put a stopper into the momentum that NEU found in the middle of that half.
Yes, it's gonna be so exciting when it comes to Haven to get rid Ascent. A lot of teams are actually popping more of this familiarity on their map itself. Kaso nga lang, as we switch sides, Gearhawks, sabi ko nga, nagsistruggle sila sa double initiator. Sa kanilang attacking. Hopefully, with the amount of momentum that they gained, they will be able to set up the tunes. But on the other side, Paradigm Vanguards still that they got 4 out of 8 in their attacking. It's not bad still, but they just need to play it out more. Especially that they have ang kanilang dalawang duelist playing in for the side of the defending. But as we're seeing right now, setups lang ng onte coming in from Gearhawks. That's what we usually see from them. Play it so passively first. We play for the picks. If we'll be able to pin down one, that's we're gonna be making a decision up ahead. But on the other side of Paradigm Vanguard, it's not over yet. If they win the pistol, then we're gonna be seeing a really close game between these two. Pero nga lang, if hindi talaga papabor sa Paradigm Vanguards, then looks like we're gonna be still seeing each other in bind.
Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see if that's gonna happen. As for the Gearhawks, to get this pistol, that's where the momentum will really shine. Jump peek there from Chai C. Notices that there's an Owen in the middle, but there we have Blitzen getting on the board. Raven though finding 2 in response. And the perfect place to pop off here for the NEU. Perfect player also with the overheal right now, giving him effectively the only full armor in this round. But can he
Spike
actually stay
planted.
on with the course, as he has used up both his Devars slash dismisses? The orbs right now can't be used anymore. Then again, Owen though on the right hand side looking to hug that tree as much as possible. And
One
as
enemy remaining.
Raven checks on the other side, Gearhawks, they just assassinate the last few members there. Owen getting 2, Monsky on the board, and just the synergy and the speed of TUP in that final fight.
Oh, when you take a look at what happened in Haven and their defending side, we're all talking about the post plants ng meron ng rather on their attacking side sa Haven. Yung post plant sana ng Girox, they'll be able to make up for it. Unfortunately nga hindi natin nakita sana. There were just the lineups, but unfortunately sobrang hirap nga talaga when you have that when only France is alive with his Sova. But right now, looking at the pistol and their positions, maybe Gearhawks can actually secure this map. But still, it's not over yet. They still need 4 rounds up ahead. But on the other side of Paradigm Vanguards, if they can only just have that perfect timing with their Killjoy, of course, and their Astra, maybe they can take things work. Pero ngayon kasi kita mo naman yung advantage ng Gearhawks when it comes to their guns. So this might be a 10-4 scoreline. Pero nga lang, all of them just gonna be stacking B side. And this is pretty big. If they take Owen, they take out that Spectre in, maybe we're gonna be seeing them winning this. Lalo na at mapupunta ata sa bait ngayon ang Gearhawks dahil baka pumunta sila ng B and there's actually 5 waiting up ahead for them. But behind the scenes, we have that very cornet set. Pero mukhang alam na nga niya na Meren is gonna go for a cross. And still, Owen wins this against Mac Ace. And it's a sign that they need to go to B. Pero kala 4 of them inside the boathouse. Ang ganda ng position of Avenger.
my
And
God,
seems
what a
like
stack!
that's one. But the stack himself gives France that good spray down, gets 4K, and Gearhawk still wins this against Paradigm Vanguards.
Play stack games, die as a stack right there. And as soon as nakita ng TUP na, uy, ba't nandito lahat ng NEU Yeah, we just need one Spectre to mow him down. Just lawn being trimmed, France right there getting on the board, and effectively, this allows TUP to buff that Hunter's Fury a lot earlier than expected. So, not too bad here for the side of TUP anyway. For NEU, ito na ang mabaril na hinahanap nila, and they're gonna get the rifles plus one Spectre in the hands of Muck Ace. He hasn't really been popping off as much compared to last game. But then again, we can say the same for the whole NEU squadron. They played the out clutch a while ago, but it's just that level of consistency that TUP is showing right now that has given them the edge in this map. Blitzen looking on around after Scott there with the Aldrone. And TUP overall, it's still a 6-round gap. They do have the guns that they can play in CQC at kung makalapit lang sila, kung makahanap sila nung mga paraan at panahon makapush. Plus, of course, the intel on the opposition and a kill like that from Franz. Well, it's a perfect opportunity for TUP to go for more and go towards that B side. Germano seeing the running jet away. But then again, couldn't get that takedown. But look at this Shinobi hiding on the side. Will not get exposed because of the Trailblazer. And we're rotating. We're getting a pickup. Monsky and McAce getting one apiece. But here comes TUP towards A side, right?
Maybe this can be a big, great opportunity for Paradigm Vanguard to win this because
Down
Makis
A.
makes a move, but Owen will be denying Makis. Still a 3v2. But this is a full buy coming from Paradigm Vanguard, and they're just being denied by Girox all over again. And this post plant, we're gonna be talking about all of them just checking every corner that we have. But as we have here, are they gonna be saving this? Oh, mukhang hindi na nila ito isa-save. Kailangan talaga nito i-duel. You don't want Gearhawks winning a lot of rounds, giving a good drain sa side ng Paradigm Vanguards. But we still have Aeonix. He's still alive. He can still make the dream work coming in from Paradigm Vanguards. But as the focus plans kicks in, Owen will be taking out, of course, his Nano Swarms just to delay so much for Aeonix. But the spray itself, Chernobyl gets Owen. Still a possibility, but time is ticking. Wala na talaga kagad oras. They're just be going up ahead. Might be destroying. And seems like Hermanium will be delaying it. But the clutch kicks in. And even if Hermanium will be pinned down by that bomb, at least nakaka-take down siya ng dalawa. And still a big win coming from the side of Gearhawks.
Gearhawks is absolutely on fire, and we are gearing up for a game number 3. We are gearing up for a series to remember. And as the Gearhawks right now are just keeping up the momentum, Paradigm Vanguards, they're gonna have to bite the bullet here and play the eco. It's gonna be such a difficult scenario right now for NEU. But the thing is, it really feels like right now, between the sides of the Gearhawks and the Paradigm Vanguards, it's like, okay, so you map 1 and 1, you guys look comfy. Map number 2, they look comfy. And then once we get into that decider, once we get into the last map of this pool, it might be even closer than before. The strengths both teams have been unleashed in the series so far. And here and now for the Gearhawks, it really is just how they mobilize, how they get creative on a map like this. And they just have a bit more expertise compared to NEU so far. But we're not done. And the Paradigm Vanguards, when the going gets tough, they can find that clutch. And we'll see right now what the call is. But unfortunately for NEU, they're gambling for that A hold because they only have the lesser guns here. TUP, though, playing it safe, will go for the lockdown. And this should just be a clear sight line to get onto that B site. They already are stationing up with the smokes as well as the extra utility into wherever NEU can come from. But as soon as the site is cleared, it's TUP looking to get ready here, Ray Ray.
Si Blitzen na trauma na ata sila sa stun ng guys na
Tama na yung boat house, yun lang yun.
Yung boat house. Kaya talaga pinush over niya na. But on the other side, let's see. This guys of Paradigm Vanguard, they're still complete, and Chicey can just set up with the stars so that he can still get a lot of rounds. But unfortunately, those post plans, that's what I'm talking about. They have every angle being manipulated by Gearhawks going up against Paradigm Vanguards and Aeonix and B. Will he be able to at least tackle one? Because he sees out Owen, but oh no, he won't be getting the headshots. And right now, we only have Shinobi, the guy remaining up ahead sa Paradigm Vanguards. But after this round, it's going to be a match point for the side of Gearhawks.
The Gearhawks now 1 away from tying it up and making a game 3 happen. Franz there at the very top. And overall, again, I gotta say the same thing. For Gearhawks, it's that team effort. We don't really have that ultra star player. Monsky has been some of the most creative plays so far. Prance there, who pretty much annihilated everyone in the boathouse, giving him that top frag. But it really feels like there's just similar straights here between TUP and NEU. Their identity right now is to play a squad, win as a team, and lose as a team as well. For Chicey right now, will he lose his life here as the Aldrone will get the tag? Raven though, Oh, he's using Chicey as distraction. He's hiding here on the side. But the TUP is going to be wise here. They'll be getting that peek on in the first place. But Raven whistling wildly and Germanium with the takedown. The Gearhawks right now, they get that first kill. They're going for the push. And McAce, he's trying to create that dart. But no, he gets scanned. He misses wildly. And the Hunter's Fury is coming. This is what happens when you don't hit the dart. You will get hit by the lightning instead. And it becomes 4v2. The Gearhawks right now, they just need a little bit more of a push. And they will make us go into map number 3. Shinobi, though, playing the bounce. And that is so close for Owens and his demise.
Very close to Owen, but
Placing
still
smoke
he's
grenade.
alive and kicking. Although
Swarm
he will be
grenade out.
spotted out by, Aeonix. But he's just trying to play this one out. Pero nga lang, instead of committing to A, they want to go to B because it's the complete open pa para sa side ng Gearhawks. But speaking of Aeonix does his work, he gets Owen. Will this be a big probability
planted.
of Paradigm Vanguard denying the score? Because we're seeing Aeonix taking out his Snowstorm. Won't be pinning down. He tries to spray through the wall, but
One
it
enemy
seems like it's
remaining.
gonna be working because there's only one guy left, and they actually went for the 2v4. And Paradigm Vanguard still, it's not over. And 7 rounds left before they can finally go with an overtime. But Gearhawks, they need to wake up from this. You don't want Paradigm Vanguards to just having that big momentum. And of course, Aeonix finally waking up.
All things considered, that was a 7-round streak for the Gearhawks, including the 2 house. But you mentioned it, Aeonix waking on up, and we have said it about NEU. When the going gets tough, when they have to play in clutch, that's when they can go for the comeback here. And that's what they've done on the defensive side. In that last map, in this map right now, they were looking for a hero, and his name was Aeonix. Shinobi there as well, setting up a crossfire, and really goes to show here, Paradigm Vanguards, they are not done whatsoever. Blades though being used up here by the Gearhawks, trying to be ambitious and trying to put a stop to any initial peak. Another creative play there from Germanium. But after everything is said and done, the guns are not too available here to the side of TUP. As Blitz is gonna go on down, Germanium will get a 5-figure discount and get his friends. And he gets 2 already. Avengement indeed. Owen burning down Shinobi. And TUP apparently they are all stocked up anyway. And they're looking for more. It really was just because of that streak, because of that economy. And in the 4v2 right now, it's the same scenario here for NEU. It has to be someone else though to play the hero. Will it be McAce, will it be Chicey, or will TUP force out game 3?
Oh, her main, even if they were shot down with a 2v4 in the previous round, they're making up with it with only Mac Ace together with Chicey. Let's see if Mac Ace gets a good 2k. It's gonna be a win then para sa kanila. That's what I'm talking about. Mac Ace instead of Owen. 3v2, not impossible, but we have that cosmic divide up for grabs. Side on Gearhawks. But we see here the utilities, the counter utilities coming in from Paradigm Vanguards. They still want to make it up. But looks like Hermanium will be planting the spike. Sinabayan na nga nila ngayon ng lockdown. How will Gearhawk survive out of this? Oof! He still wants to get this, but Chicey through the smoke. He gets Hermanium. And still a 2v2, a big probability right now for the side of Paradigm Vanguards. But Fran still wants to finish him. We only have Mac Ace with a clutch. He brings out that owl drone, just securing and delaying a lot of time. Pero nga lang Mac Ace, he knows that these guys are gonna be doing the crossfire. He needs to tackle at least one. But Monsky will be getting him. And it seems like we're gonna be seeing the light here in Game 3 as we're gonna be going to bind Dax.
We are not done with this series. TUP is able to equalize, and they look so much more comfortable there on Ascent as they figured out exactly what to do from the get-go. Put a stop to NEU and their momentum at the very start of the map and prevent them from playing the clutch again and again. But we saw it. Shades of the clutch from NEU. We saw those moments there being made by Aeonix one more time, and he's really trying to put himself forward as one of the top players here from the side of the Paradigm side. But then again, TUP, such a long-time member of the UAC system, such a long-time player of Division A, but really this series has proven what their strengths are all about. And Ray, grabe talaga eh. Between these two squads, it just feels like it can go either way. And what do you think? TUP, they just put in the effort this time, and they really figured out exactly what was going on in a map like this.
Yeah, I mean, earlier in Haven, I was thinking that maybe they have the upper hand when it comes to the agents, pero nga, inulit lang nila yung same lineup that we've seen. The same goes to the fact that we have here, of course, the Paradigm Vanguards. They also have a good agent selection. But when you take a look at it, the familiarity talaga na nakikita natin sa Gearhawks, it's just gonna be working for them. Alam naman natin that ever since of course, the previous seasons, this is one of the best maps that we can see out of Gearhawks. But on the other side, there's of course no denying that that Paradigm Vanguards has that potential also. But the fact that these guys of Gearhawk started sa kanilang defending side, we all know that it might be really going onto their hands, and it actually happened. They gained momentum. Plus, all of the shots are hitting once again. Of course, with how Hermanium is really on a madman also compared to his haven talaga na ginawa niya. Pero ngayon, we're gonna be seeing talagang Bind, and this is much more intense. Kasi alam natin when it comes to Bind, from kahit makakita tayo ng 9-3, nagkakaroon pa ng comeback scores. And of course, Bind, I think this is one of the maps talaga na mas equal when it comes sa mga teams. Kita natin nung aside from good comebacks, we've also seen a lot of overtimes in this map. And of course, a lot of these teams are having those favorites. But the fact that TUP banned Icebox talaga, alam mo na it's gonna be in Bind as the last map. So natuto na talaga sila sa kanilang mga pagkakamali. But of course, NEU, no denying that Aeonix did a lot, of course, together with his teammates. But it's just that when it comes to Ascent talaga, you have that a little bit of an advantage when it comes to Gearhawks talaga being a solid Ascent fans right here. But Dax, ikaw naman, what can you say about the two battles between these two?
Sabi ko na lang, sobrang intense. We need to call for a break right here, Ray Ray. And I just gotta say, between TUP and NEU, they've proven why they made a Division A this season, but only one can stand tall yet again for the next one. Will it be the Gearhawks? Will it be the Paradigm Vanguards? The decider will come your way, guys, after this break. I'm Dax here with Ray Ray, and this is the Promotionals. Season 3 of the University Lion Cubs. We'll be right back in just a bit.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Everyday siya kung dumating. Kaya parang institusyon na siya dito sa area namin. minsan, sobrang late na, andun pa rin si Manong Fishball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third season of the University Alliance Cup featuring Valorant. The top 12 collegiate Valorant teams in the Philippines are all here, competing to raise the campus torch, a prize pool of over 150,000 pesos, the right to call themselves the best in the country, and of course scholarships. I am Juicy Brucey, and here with me today is Mochi, who I haven't seen in the longest time, and will be your
Yeah.
shoutcasters for today's match S, because we still have game number 3. It's Paradigm Vanguards versus Gearhawks, those who won yesterday. And later on, we'll be having another series that's FEU versus my brethren at Yawatland, Cebu, my place where I come from, think
Ooh.
Miss Cebu. USC! Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. And here we are, and I'm not getting this wrong anymore. We're going to the third map. It's Mind.
It's oh
Since
my,
I
there's a
now
lot of
understand how to do things.
stories. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in a wide map recently. It's always with the race pick, and
Yeah.
yeah, I watched the games earlier. Ionix is pretty doing well from the first map off the Haven, and as well as Raven just popping off from the Ascent map, but sadly didn't win that match. And I really love how Jermaine really already stood his ground, and how Owen still, the man is
He
really
is.
standing
He
up for
he
this
um
team.
he is like the surprise player yesterday. I never expected
Yes.
Owen to. I know I
Yeah.
was expecting him to play like good, but not best. He played his
Yeah.
best yesterday. Although yes, he did get a lot of kills. And
Mm-hmm.
there's just a lot that he has done like yesterday. Everything was just super well for Gearhawks, and apparently
Yes.
they won 1-0. They won 1-1, managed to tie it up and make game 3. So I'm kind of
Choose your
excited as
agent.
how Gearhawks will approach this. And yesterday we've seen bind games, Mochi. Do you think there's a strategy that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
repeated today?
Yeah, most likely that will be it. Or they, once again, it's always the comfort that wins games.
Mm,
Regardless of the meta, sometimes you can go for the meta, but at the same time, you won't be really having the full grasp or the whole idea of that specific thing or what you're using about. So you're not gonna be able to capitalize on how you really know the way around the things. But I guess
true.
once again, everyone, this is the third match in between the two teams of Gearhawks and the Paradigm Vanguards, and this is about to get spicy.
Yeah, this is about to get Mochi. I don't know. Is there a spicy flavored mochi? That's what I'd like to know. But anywho, to all the
I
viewers
wonder.
out there watching the the promotionals, before of course before we start the match, let's give our big shout outs to our partners at Logitech G. If you're looking to supercharge your gaming setups, you can hashtag keep playing. Check out Logitech's amazing gear at logitech.acadarena.com right now because
Hmm.
everything is like Mochi said, everything's gonna get spicy and what a way to spice up your gameplay through Logitech. But anywho,
Yeah.
with the game at hand, Mochi, it's 1-1.
Hmm.
I would like. Would you please give me like maybe a forecast of like the final scores in this series without telling any teams? You could say 13-10,
Hmm.
13-10 without telling any teams. So
Oh no,
here's
here we are with the predictions again.
yeah, let's go with
Yeah,
prediction.
actually, I'm gonna go for a 13-10, to be honest.
13-10.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll go for a 13-5.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
spicy. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, we're really excited for a 13-5. I think it's a big possibility, knowing
Mhm.
that both these teams have already adjusted to how each other played already. I mean, they played for 2 rounds in this set. So I'm pretty sure they kind of understand how others are going to go for, how others are going to be approaching Bind, hopefully, because a while ago, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Ascent or Haven.
Hmm. Yeah,
My,
it's
my,
Haven and Ascent from the
yeah.
first two maps that we
my
had. Yeah.
my memory's so groggy. I was out and about watching a lot of Twice stuff. So you guys should stand Twice, like how we stand AcadArena Valorant, because we're all here, and these guys want to stand to be in Division A, and it's all in the line, all up to these guys. So Mochi,
Hmm.
if you were Gearhawks right now, would you play in an aggressive stance against Paradigm Vanguards, or would you be defensive?
At this point in time, yes, because I don't want to be reactive to what Paradigm Vanguards is doing. Because the Vanguards are really capitalizing the fact that they're really good in rushing, and as well as the fact that Ionix is really aggressive and Raven really steps up whenever he has to. And I really like how Shinobi is really good with the pickoff as well. It's going to be interesting as we are seeing him on the Astro pick. So I think, yeah, that would be my answer for that question. How about you, though?
I don't know. I just want them to play super aggressive. I want this game to be
Right?
instantaneously over because I want to see if these guys could just go head to head against each other. So that's how it works. They'll be
Hmm.
giving more and more kind of strategies and tactics. But right now we're in a technical pause. We just resumed the game. We're 10 seconds before the first round win, and I'm just gonna give away my first prediction. I think Gearhawks. I mean, no, Paradigm Vanguards will win the pistol round. How about you, Mochi?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go for that, yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. As Ionix tries to move in forward, here's a Recon Bolt to move in two. Ionix ready with his ghost, ready to check out, but again, a headshot goes into Monsky, and Monsky is instantaneously out as Paradigm Vanguard just really want to get this and capitalize as they have this manpower advantage. Here comes the paint shells as it does not work this time, and Prance ready to move around and pounce away into the site and not peek. However, though, Raven ready to move in together with Shinobi and Ace. I think they're going to be rotating towards B site. Or I think not. They're still going for A.
Yep, gonna be going for A, but at the same time, there are
Right
two
here.
members anchoring that area. Pretty nice. But still, Jet's health is running low, and the Tuba as well. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the upper hand for the side of the Gearhawks. They have the heals that they could utilize whenever they had to use it. At this point in time, here we are with the entry. There's been put out the Aldrone as well. About time before the spike is going to be planted. I think we'll be having this encounter just now.
nice.
Press will be securing that kill, and this now still a 4v4. We'll be waiting what will happen next, but Ace will be getting that. It's gonna be traded by Jermaine in return 3v2, and this is now anyone voting, to be honest, because Guardian's Vanguard's health is already running low, and here we're seeing a 1v1 situation. That will be the win for the side of the Paradigm Vanguard.
All right, there you have it. Actually, our predictions just went in. Paradigm Vanguards did win the pistol round, so this guarantees them a Spectre with full armors. Well, Gearhawks will be giving this away as a bonus round. However, if the Gearhawks will be able to turn their machineries and still win this round, it would really spell out doom for Paradigm Vanguards.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see what will happen here. Actually, it's pretty nice too to have that. At least they both of the sides, only one man standing. At least they managed to get the majority of the people down for the side of the Gearhawks.
Yep. Hopefully, though. Anyway, Aeonix ready with the Spectre. Here's a Gravity 2L. Coming in from the Astra. Doesn't work and doesn't connect. The paint shells, the combo, though, Mochi, does not work out this time. Apparently, Aeonix a bit more advanced when it comes to inputting those D keys and sidestep away from, from harm's way.
Yep, I agree. And I guess they'll be looking out for the intel once again. It's always like that. And by sometimes the 1 minute or the 50-second mark, they always go into a specific site. But that lineup would not connect, thankfully, for the side of France. You see how France is just nervous, like, oh no, the shock dart. Okay, good, I'm not damaged.
Yep. Apparently, lineups are a few pixels away. However, Paradigm Vanguard's looking to not be aggressive this time. They really want to slow this down. Here comes the Cloud Burst together with the covers. Aeonix moves in forward. Gonna check the pockets, though, this time. They're checking in corners. It's been tagged. He gets the Spectre kill over to Prance, and Prance is out. The covers, though, really helping them out. But that tag, though, abusing as to knowing where the raise is, really worked out well for Paradigm Vanguards.
Yep, I agree. Still, 1v4. Oh no, that is pretty fast round.
Actually, that was a 4-0. 4-0. They apparently got it. Paradigm Vanguard's really, it was a given. They're surely going to win that since they have the Spectres and the 4 armors. And Gearhawks, though, this will be the footing that they will need. They are going to be buying for fulls. They're going to be getting all the rifles that they need. Let's say Phantoms, Vandals. I think that's going to be the best thing that should be happening right now. But anywho, for Paradigm Vanguards, they just need to keep up this win, and I think Gearhawks will need a few more rounds to settle in with the different consecutive wins that the Vanguards are able to dish out.
Yeah, I agree. But let's see if they'll be able to counter something like this, considering that, yeah, not gonna lie, Paradigm Vanguard is too aggressive and should really utilize that run and gun potential. But, oh no, okay, that is pretty anticlimactic from the area. Yeah, I don't know
I
either.
really want to keep out these words. Oh, the blind comes in, blends in though with the bulldog, tries to get it down, but Raven a lot more faster. Owen though gets the kill to Ionix with the turret as he checks down Chicey with the Phantom 2, gets the 3 case, make that 3 as Raven is going to be headshotted and Gearhawks finally gets the footing that they need.
Yeah, that is so clean. 3 consecutive kills, and I guess they'll be backing out from that era. Germanium left with 13
One enemy
HP,
remaining.
and let's see.
Spike
Okay, one
down
more
B.
remaining, and oh no, 1v4. Mac Ace, what are you going to do at that situation? As Owen is readily waiting for you, and that would be some damage. But at the same time, he'll be getting that spike. But I wonder what would be next.
I think he's just gonna save or go for exit frags. Maybe try to run down the time, tries to go for
Oh,
the kills.
it's
No, he gets the shots.
ace!
However, Owen
Yo.
gets the ace. Apparently, Owen, we were talking about this guy. We were talking about how great this guy is yesterday. Now he's showing himself that he really want to do it.
And this guy is just popping off, and it's pretty consistent with it as well. Like he has the drive, and he's readily available to do that for the rest of the team. And I hope that the rest will be stepping up. I guess that fuels up their morale, and I'm pretty sure that the side of the Paradigm Vanguards will already have their answer at this point, since they already have their rifles.
Yep, exactly. Now, Gearhawks slowly toppling down the perfect world of Paradigm Vanguards, stopping their consecutive wins. I mean, their consecutive points. So it looks like Gearhawks will be poised to do a slow push, apparently. For Paradigm Vanguards, they're kind of scared already, knowing that there are rifles available for Gearhawks. So they're playing it slow. As look at Raven's position, really aggressive here, waiting for any kind of
Agree.
peaks coming in from Gearhawks. I'm not sure if he will be rewarded with this high risk, high reward kind of gameplay.
Well, I guess from what we're seeing here, the stance of the Gearhawks is just pretty play safe. But at the same time, once the chase has been going on, they always make sure to secure 1 or even 2. There's something that you would really like as well. But at this point in time, they're just really waiting it out and waiting for the right time to strike and which side they should really commit onto. Considering that the A side is still guarded and the B side as well, they'll just skirmish through our A side, and I guess this would be the push that they'll be going for.
39 seconds in. They're still waiting for the 30-second mark.
want
I
to
could already
find it.
hear the smokes coming in. Here comes the wall divide, the cosmic divide coming in from the Astra, from Paradigm Vanguards as they move in. But Raven, though, stuck in the gravity well. That is not the perfect time for you to be there, sir. Here comes the plan coming in from the Sova as they move in. Raven ready to go for the kills. Prance ready with this Anthem. Oh, here comes the Hunter's Fury. Checking out Lamps, though, trying to clear it out, but there's no target, though. Owen with the headshot gets down the counter by Raven. However, though, Prance moves in, ready to go with the shots. Goes for the blind ones, doesn't get the kill. However, Ticey, a lot more quicker with the
Last
reactions
player
as
standing.
Blitzen with that Bulldog gets the headshot. It's a 1-for-1 right now as Blitzen tries to check it out. Where is the Jet? Behind the generator. Is going for the defuse, tries to fake it as Jet moves in away from Lamps. Gotta check your left side though, Blitzen. Blitzen, who will be a lot more faster, gets the shot. And the Ionix is tagged, and right now he's out of the game. It's a 2-for-2 as Gearhawks evens out the round.
Pretty spicy beginnings, all just trading the rounds as well. Not just the frags, not just the economy, but everything, all just like a game of tug of war. But still, I guess, yep, they might go for a broken buy, question mark, for the side of Paradigm Vanguards, and I guess they'll be going on for that, so.
But
Yeah.
apparently, though, even if Gearhawks won that round, they kind of suffer in the economy. They lost a lot of their manpower, so right now they're just going for sheriffs. They're trying to go for an eco round, trying to make it as worth it as possible. Although Raven, though, with the Stinger, I'm not sure how this gun is really gonna pick off. And let's not forget, Gearhawks is Germanium. He has already his operator, and with that, gets down Ionix instantly.
Yep, that's automatically a -1 for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards. But at the same time, Prance is also aggressive with his stance, really trying to look out for any more potential pickoffs rather than what happened to Ionix. But still, 4v5, and we are seeing really good positioning from the side of the Gearhouse from the B site. And they're just really waiting for anyone who's going to pass through those crosshairs. But at the same time, Mac Ace slowly pushing through. Here are Hookah, and we'll be
Nice turret.
spotting him out. Yeah, really nice turret placement as well.
Oh, there's Owen. Really aggressive here. Okay, the Sheriff's going to be out. Owen will try to push him forward. Sees a bit of an angle. Gets the edge of the Spike Carrier has been killed. However, Back Ace taps him down. 1-for-1 trade-off over at Lamps. Windows, I mean.
Yeah, and they already have the gun as well, and Mac Ace will be securing another one from that. But this is still a 3v3. Might be doable for both sides of the teams, but the lockdown is available for that Killjoy and the Blaze Storm as well into the hands of this Jet. 3v3 still, but oh no, will be caught off guard from that. France though will be there for the trade 1v2, and I guess he has a good idea that someone is in there going for the kill, but Raven will be getting him instant.
No, close. That was really worth it for Paradigm Vanguard's Mochi, as they only bought Sheriffs in that round, and they still won it. That
Yeah.
was an eco round, and
They got free
Gearhawks.
guns.
Yeah, it's gonna be there's gonna be a huge reset as Ionix will be given that operator that Germanium used to have. There is gonna be a timeout. There is a tactical pause coming in from the attackers. That's Paradigm Vanguards. They really wanna get together, understanding that we won that round. What can we do to capitalize on this and still try to get those consecutive points? I think they're going to be ready for this. Apparently, Gearhawks, they're going to be an eco round. They really bought a lot Germanium costing out on that operator.
Yeah.
And without, they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer economy-wise.
Yep, I agree. And that is a pretty big gamble for the side of the Gearhawks. But let's see how they would be able to counter this out because, like what you said and what just happened earlier, the side of the Carbon Vanguards don't even have guns to begin with. It's just series of pistols. But I wonder if they could be able to do the same.
I think not. It's still gonna be hard unless they get their until they get the rifles. So it's gonna be more of a question of how safe are we gonna play? How aggressive do they want to play? So it's all a matter of split second decision making. But anywho, we're gonna be proceeding with the game. 13 seconds into the countdown. As you can see right now, Paradigm Vanguards ready with their full buys as they got their Phantoms, they got their Vandals. Operator already up for Ionix, which he will be giving away to Chicey, which is kind of odd. Okay, I think that was a skin trade.
Skin trade indeed. And I guess, hmm,
Oh,
with
pause.
all these sheriffs, yeah, I think that would be a technical pause being called by either of them. But Raven, pretty good ground from what I've observed, and Eonix is sometimes being picked off always at this point in time.
He
So
has to be careful.
yeah, he
Ionix
has
has
to be
been
careful.
taking out a lot of really aggressive angles. Considering that they're going up against Gearhawks, who used to play in Division A already, I'm sure Gearhawks has already got these angles covered. So for Paradigm Vanguards, I think peeking is not the best that they could think of right now. It's either they play safe, but now since it's an eco round, it is an eco round for Gearhawks. Paradigm Vanguards could play like how they really used. They could rush in a site, try to move in. Considering that they do have an Astra, so they can always get the smokes covered, and the visibility reduce it for Gearhawks, and you can always expect Ionix to be on the back lines with an operator to just take down anybody from Gearhawks.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, from the side of the Gearbox, they actually have the. Actually, it's always equal for both of the sides. Like they both have the Killjoy, but instead of a sofa, you have this Sky, which for the side of the Gearhorse, they should really be capitalizing up upon for playing aggressively. Because once that the blind goes out from the Sky, then automatically it might already be a free kill for them. But I think they're really trying to go for the safe route, and I guess they should really maximize the utilities and the team composition that they have.
The question is, can they maximize though? It's all up
Yeah.
to them. However, we do have Blitzen already with the Seekers. I think if they're gonna use that, they should for Blitzen, he should use Seekers if they are able to take down 2 of Paradigm Vanguards, even with the situation. And then if they're able to steal out some rifles, yes, sure, go ahead with the Seekers. If they're gonna go for a post plant, retake.
Yeah, and the Bladestorm is online for Germanium as well. And yeah, 2 players on their sheriffs, but I wonder if this would be the final uh pistol line for the side of the Gearhawks, and I guess we're still waiting for it at this point in time.
Wow, I like that this pause is taking a lot more longer. It's a technical pause. They're still trying to adjust some settings, I guess. And Mochi, if you are to bet right now on the players, Paradigm Vanguards or Gearhawks, who do you think will come out as top fraggers for both teams? For me, I think for Gearhawks, it should be around. I think Germanium will be top fragging
Yeah.
this time.
Yes,
Germanium?
indeed. Yeah, no cap, always that guy. But at the same time, for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, is either Raven or Eonix.
Oh yeah, it could be Ionix too. But right now they're kind of not feeling, on the weather. They're kind of feeling under. But maybe because it's game number 3, maybe the exhaustion is trying to pop off. However, though, Monsky ready with this angle to clip down Chicey, tries to get it down, doesn't get it through. Goes for the reload, trying to make sure that he will be getting some kills as Ionix gets down 0-0 and able to get the kill. However, though, Ionix finally he's popping it off.
Yes, I agree. Gonna be entering that, and I guess that shot would not connect. Gonna still be pushing through with the Cloud Burst at hand. But let's see if he'll be able to get another frag from that. And yeah, they're not still
Pink shells.
planting the spike. Potential's been put out. But at the same time, the boom bot as well. But
Nice.
ooh, that is a crispy tap.
Nice.
Once you get it too.
Nice.
And they're raining with the Blitzer as well. And that is a 1v2 Blitzen all alone. Let's see if this guy is capable and has the clutch sheet. It is blood. But I guess, yes, that will be it. But still,
Close.
Shinobi will be getting the last frag.
Oh, that was
Really,
close
really
though.
close.
Monsky
Yeah.
with those headshots, that was really, really spicy. I was really expecting he was gonna get 3. However, the Germaniums on the other side tried to clip it down. Oh, what a play! What a play from Shinobi right there. From Monsky right there with those sheriffs. I was thinking Blitzen was gonna use the Seekers, but that the alarm bot coming in from the Killjoy from Ace, really perfect. Knowing if there's gonna be somebody from Lamps, that was more than perfect. Really perfectly placed.
Really great execution as
Boom.
well. Really fast too. But Operator once again online for the side of the Gearhawks, and at this point in time, I think they really
Tag.
should be.
Shock dart.
Oh my god, okay. That would be a -1 automatically. But 4v5 still. And they might enter for our A side. But at the same time, we are seeing 2 members from the B side who's trying to go for any intel that they could have. But still, they're really contemplating because they really wanted to keep this safe.
Yeah, they really want to keep this safe for Gearhawks. Now that they're -1, it's going to be a lot harder for them to defend sites, considering that the first person to go down is Owen's Killjoy. So turrets will be out, swarm bots will be out, alarm bots will be out for the meantime. So it looks like understanding the current situation, Paradigm Vanguards, they're looking to transfer to B instead. However, though, Gearhawks, they're playing this a lot more differently. Most of them are already in A side, and they're still waiting for the
Yeah.
slow push, Paradigm Vanguards.
Yep, I agree. And Blitzen is the only one anchoring the B side, and this might be a potential retake for them. But the sad thing here is already a -1, so I think they'll be rotating just there in a bit. Leers and all kinds of facilities will be running out, and as well as the fact that that will be a kill through the smoke. Blitzen with that game-changing frag, still 4v4, all equalized manpower, and the spike is now have yet to be planted. Cosmic Divide been put out as well for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, but still, let's see if
no,
they
no,
would
no.
be capable to do that. Oh no, those shots would not connect, and oh no, that will be the death of France. But still, what will happen here as Blitzen will be going rummaging through? There's still a 3v1, and the only one remaining here would be Mac Ace getting 2, but ooh, really
my
nice
God,
straight
that was
transfer
close.
though. That is really close.
He got 2 kills, Mac Ace, before he was shot down by Monsky. Monsky, though, with a perfect time to swing it forward, making sure that Gearhawks will be nearing down the score of Paradigm Vanguards. It's 3-4. It looks like it's a pretty strong caliber of skills that these these two teams are executing, because none of them are trying to back out. Now that it's going to be an somehow even buy for them, although Paradigm Vanguards, they're going to be suffering just a bit. I think they're still going to be looking to save, since most of their players will be unable to buy the rifles, so they're just going to be sticking down with Spectres, I guess, and Sheriffs. However, though, Gearhawks once again back in that
Forcing
rifle
out.
shot. Yep, back in that full. It's still a broken buy for both teams, so it is. They're a bit in the equilibrium, so it's still going to be an even match for them. So it's all up to Gearhawks to even it out. Hopefully they can, because if they do, Paradigm Vanguards and Gearhawks will be resetted on the next round moving in forward, because they both the teams, they're going to be having the cash to buy all the rifles.
I agree, but France with the aggressive stance will be going out there, but that shock dart would be connecting it, inflicting some sort of damage, leaving him to 71 HP. Still a 5v5, but Monsky here, just waiting for anyone's going to be passing through that Pats area. Ionix though with the Sheriff, still, like what we've witnessed earlier, this Sheriff into Ionix's hands might be really deadly.
Hopefully it is. However, Germanium, though, this is a really good angle for the Jet. Knowing that there is an Astra in Paradigm Vanguards and there are no Nebulas planted, so I'm pretty sure that they are going to be going for B side if the situation occurs. But right now, looks like the Vanguards, though, the Vanguard squad, they're looking to push forward for A. Here comes Aaliyah ready for Raven, though. Here comes the here comes the shock dart. Moving it forward, try to move in. Germanium looking if there is anybody who goes in. Cosmic Divide has already been casted by the Astra from the Vanguards themselves. There is going to be a plant. Nice cover there, though.
But still, no casualties as of the yet. The moment the Cosmic Divide goes down, then automatically this might be the awaiting destruction that we are about to see. Shinobi taking some sort of damage from that Swarm Grenade and gonna be taking down from that encounter with that operator. But at this point in time, with the gravity
Gravity wall.
pull being utilized here, oh no, I think they're not taking their quarters until this brings us to a 1v2.
One enemy remaining.
And this now 1v1. Let's see if Monsky would be able to play this out. 1v1. With Sova through to pass that, and that will be a kill. Nice slow push from that at the
Is there
right
time,
time
though?
as well. Yep,
there time,
there is
though?
a time.
Okay, so there is going to be enough time. Gearhawk still able to even it out, though. Okay, the problem there was Chicey was too impatient. Under the dark covers, there was no fake plant yet. What he did, he shot through, revealing his position, allowing Monsky to push in, and there was a smoke. So he even casted a recon ball without preparing his primary weapon, which is the Phantom. That kind of disallowed Chicey to, you know, regroup and just refresh and go for a direct kill. From that recon ball, though, I guess some decisions that Chicey did from the recon and just firing it out without no information as to where the Astra is, that kind of revealed his position, allowing Gearhawks to even out the round.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. And the moment that there is almost little to no more time, I think he just tried to go for the shock dart freely as well because he didn't expect that that Astra would be pushing aggressively. And that would be automatically a -1 for the side of for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, and that leads us to 4v5. What an early pick off.
Oh, Vanguards, though. They are getting I think they're rather getting impatient. They're challenging corners without the full arsenal. So it's going to be hard for them, Raven, this time. Righty with the Sheriff. Could destroy the Nano Swarm. He will destroy, and Germanium gets 2 Ks already as he takes down Chicey on a different angle. This Jet, though, Germanium really on-triggered right now. Alarm Bot's going to be triggered. Nano Swarm will be there, too. However, Owen, he does have the lockdown. Paradigm Vanguards, they have to play it safe. They could either save for this round, but look at this. On the other side, Germanium with the 3 Ks, ready to move in forward. Raven even TPs onto the other side of the map just to make sure that he will not be suffering the same fate as his teammates. Moving in, Germanium going to be healed down by the sky. Here comes the blind coming in. It will be confirming that there is a Jet on the other end of the map near Parks. As Aeonix ready with the Blade Storm really wants to get a few exit frags here, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out well as the, you know, the capability and the discipline from Gearhawks really are showing off. Instead of pushing, they're playing this rather patiently. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, really great behavior from the Gearhawks indeed. But I guess they'll have that info and be still pushing through. And I guess they got nothing else to lose, but that would be a flawless round onto the hands of the Gearhawks, garnering us 5-4 onto our score. Still pretty close.
Still pretty close. However, Gearhawks able to change the favors already. Starting out as defenders, it's going to be a lot easier for Gearhawks if they are going to pull out this more scores, more points moving into the second half. Gearhawks, they're going to be poised to take the series, though. Paradigm Vanguards, they just need to be less aggressive right now, considering that they, on the last round, they did not have the full arsenal. They were stuck with Sheriffs. They still decided to contest angles, and that was kind of questionable from them.
Yeah, I agree. Still, though, I wonder if the Parvin Vanguard will have any answer from now, considering that still the side of the Gearhawks still has the operator, and we know how good the handler of that operator is. But still, let's see as Aeonix will be changing his stance, going all in with those, and they'll be cramped up onto our hookah area at this moment.
Nice tag there. Owen's going to be revealed, considering that there is going to be a Killjoy over at B. He does have the lockdown. They can always go for the retake if they want to. However, though, Owen being pushed down over at elbows. Actually, it's Raven backing out now with the discipline on his mind. He doesn't want to be peeking, doesn't want to be too aggressive. Move in with only a Spectre, Killjoy ready with the lockdown. I think once Gearhawks will be in position, they're going to be committing that.
Yes, I agree. But oh no, that's a lot of people. And I guess they'll be putting down the lockdown for both sides of the teams. And Aeonix will be getting the kill on France. Still 4v4. And oh no, here we are with the trades going on. Max is getting 2. And those shots, those blades would not connect. And this would be automatically around for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards.
Oh, too much. There were 3 ultimates committed in that round. There was the Cosmic Divide. There were 2 lockdowns. And Apparently, I love the timing the Paradigm Vanguards was waiting for. Instead of going for the lockdown instantly, they knew that Owen's Killjoy also has her own ult. So once he
Mhm.
casted it, the Mac Ace also casted his very own lockdown. There was a lot of confusion going on into that round, which really made it clear that who's gonna attack first. However, with the positioning that Paradigm Vanguards had, they had the upper hand.
Yeah, I agree. And at this point in time, until they'll be having the rifles that they need for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, and as well as the fact that they might be doing well at this point in time. I mean, that would be once again a reset for both sides of the team. But I guess Gearbox will be suffering a bit from that encounter.
hmm So it's a lot to take in, if you ask me. Now that it's gonna be an even round for both teams, having both
Mhm.
their complete rifles. No one's gonna be having their ultimates ready yet, so it's gonna be a full reset. 5-5. We have 2 more rounds before the next half. So it's either Gearhawks goes for 6-6 or Paradigm Vanguards goes for 7-5. If they manage to go for 7-5, it's going to be an upper hand for them, knowing that Paradigm Vanguards mostly wins their pistol rounds against Gearhawks. If they take 7-5 moving into the second half, they are for sure going to take 2 more, which totals to 9-5. We've seen that happen in the first half already. If that happens, Paradigm Vanguards could also be poised to take the series.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess they're still waiting for this pause, and I guess some players are suffering with their pings? Question mark maybe.
Yeah, it should be the pinks, or maybe adjusting some settings. They just really want to make sure that their settings are up to par, because now is a really, 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 really tight time for them. It's 5-5, and what should be the strategy that Paradigm Vanguard should do? Apparently, it's all going well for them. All
Yeah.
the strategies from both teams, it's still working. It all comes out to mechanical movements right now. Who could shoot faster and who could shoot better? Apparently, all the 2 Sentinels from both teams, they're all top frags. They're showing that they really want to defend their sites.
I agree because from the recent rounds that we have witnessed, it's always everyone going all in one go. And it just happens at that moment. And yeah, there is the pickups, but at the same time, once the spike has been planted, everyone just goes berserk. And that is the thing too. Like what you said, it just boils down onto individual skills, and at the same time, if the other would be able to trade another for another. And it
And
just keeps on happening again and again.
they just need to trade faster though. I mean, the positioning
Mhm.
is already rather good
Yeah.
for all of them. However, this tactical pause is really trying to slow down the momentum for everybody else. So when that continues, I'm really excited who's going to take 6-5, because
Mhm.
if it's gonna be 6-5, it's gonna be thrilling. It's either they go for an even round. All right, here we go. Countdown's already beginning to start, and moving pants though, trying to move in really really aggressive this time over at pockets.
Yeah. And I guess they're really checking it out if there is an operator waiting for the other side. But oh no, Ionix with that kill. There
Oh!
for the trades that we're seeing here. We did
What a
not
flick.
expect that. And what a flick indeed. 3v4 still going to be crushing through our A site now. And Raven is already deep at this site. But oh,
Nice.
that would be a kill. Oh, there has a Tracy though. But Owen will be here as well.
Spike
2v3.
planted.
And let's see what will happen here, as the spike is now been put down by the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, and if it would be doable for the side of the Gearhawks.
Pretty good right there. As it's a 3-4-2. Gearhawks looking really, really, having a really hard time right now going for the pre-plant, post site. Since the spike has been planted already on the other side, but Owen, what a flick! He gets another one. It happened twice already in this round as Blitzen tries to go for the fake defuse, making it a 2-4-2. Hunter's Fury gonna be gasted already, and Shinobi gets the wall bang over to Owen. Owen is out as Blitzen tries to get for more. The Hunter's Fury will connect, and Shinobi to follow it through the wall bang, and looks like Paradigm Vanguards poised to change the
Last
favors
round
again,
in
making
the
it at
half.
6-5, last round in the half. And looks like the prediction of 7-5 is about to come through for Paradigm Vanguards. As look at that, Gearhawks, they will not have the economy to buy any weapons at all. None of them saved for that round. I think they forgot the most important part. And Paradigm Vanguards, they have all the arsenal to take down this round, moving it forward to a 7-5.
Yes, I agree. And I wonder what would happen or what would transpire. That would this be all in for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, or would it get interesting as the Gearhawks might be able to go for the pickoffs that they need early
Okay.
on? But I
Ionix?
guess the
Oh,
counter
nice.
of both of the Jets, Aeonix with that operator will be shutting Germanium down. 4v5 still might be going for a full-on B push Owen though at the hookah, trying to spot out for anyone who's gonna be going in there, but has never seen
Nice
anyone. But
kill.
Max Ace has been there to welcome him off to
Nice.
B5. This might be a total shutdown from the side of Parent Vanguards. But let's see.
Nice!
Oh, it's even through the smoke
He
with the
wants it.
Blaze Arm online as well.
He
He
wants
really
it.
wants it with a 4K, and that is a flawless round.
Wow, Ionix now really
Switching
no,
sides.
he's feeling it. He's feeling it. 7-5 it is. And Paradigm Vanguard's going into the pistol round this time as the defenders. We'll see how the aggression of Paradigm Vanguards will work out against Gearhawks, because we've seen this a lot yesterday as Paradigm Vanguards, instead of guarding a site, they decide to push. It's the same gameplay that Gearhawks does. So right now we're like looking at a mirror match from both teams. When it comes to gameplay, we'll see if who's going to be able to execute it a lot more better. Tactical pause again. There's a lot of settings going to be adjusted.
Yeah, and I wonder what is up, but at the same time, maybe they're just calming themselves down. So let's see how this play out for both sides of the team. I mean, this is off to be a reset. For the side of the Parvin Vanguards, I actually expected them to be really aggressive, but at this point in time, I think the Gearhawks are really not letting them do so, and this is a pretty close match. And they have the Raze and the Jet as well for the side of the Gearhawks, and this might be an all-in-one rush if ever that they would be committing it to a specific site with the Sky onto their side and two duelists that it's just,
Mhm.
really great in terms of entry fragging.
Well, the entry frags though, it is supposedly going in favor for Paradigm Vanguards, because one, they have blinds coming in from the arena, and then they also have the jet that can move in forward. It's the same strategy for Gearhawks. They do have a sky after they go for the blind updraft tailwind forward for Germanium. If Germanium is looking to buy for like a frenzy or a shorty, they might execute the kind of strategy as Blitzen would be the main support that comes in. Owen will be like the trade killer, trade fragger for them in this round, if that's the strategy that they're going for, if they want to play aggressive. But if they want to do that kind of strategy, I think A site is the main target for Gearhawks.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Considering that the B side may be really cramped as well, like there are a few areas that you have to occupy before the A side. Once you get in, there are a lot of positions that you can be in, and at least go for the potential that there might be some difficulty into trying to pin down where one is. So the best thing that they could do is go for the B side or for the A side once again. But at the same time, if they really want to go for the whole lockdown of the side, the B side is a go-to as well.
Mm-hmm. 5-7, 10 seconds in before the clincher will come in. Gearhawks will they be able to win this pistol round? In the first half, that was Paradigm Vanguards who won twice before Gearhawks were able to get into the scoreboard. However, Germanium, look at that. Look at this positioning of the crosshair. Is waiting for the recon ball to come in. That only confirms that the Sova from the other side, from Paradigm Vanguards, is on the different side of the map. However, though, Owen is going to be chip damage to the Nano Swarm. Quickly placed there. Oh, the teleporter's coming in. Look at this very aggressive gameplay. Coming in from Paradigm Vanguards, as I've said, the team was really super aggressive as they moving forward, though. Mac Ace with the classic inside the cloud covers, though. Will they be able to get the headshot? He will. He will be straight down killed by Owen, though, making a 3-4-3. Shinobi with a frenzy, tries to get for more kills, does not work out this time. Ionix ready to move, and Chicey gets the kill, though. One enemy for Gearhawks. He will be shot down as Chicey will be cold and quick with the defuse, and Paradigm Vanguards again winning the pistol round, making it into a 5-8, and after winning this pistol round, they're going to go for Spectres. They're going to go for full armors. Gearhawks, again, in another disadvantage, forcing to give out a bonus round. Hopefully, it works out well for them. Unless they don't do that, it's going to be a 9-5 for Paradigm Vanguard, and that's 4 points away to chase up and go for an even score.
Yeah, I agree. But they really have to win this round because if not, then automatically, this might be a bonus round for the other side of the team. But at the same time, 5-8 is our score, and still, they might be widening up the gap for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards because they might be really comfortable or they're really confident with how they would be executing on the side of being a defenders, aggressive defenders.
I love that aggression coming in from Paradigm Vanguard. It's confirming that there's a B, tries to go for the headshot, but no, Aeonix quick with the headshots, clips down Owen. Here comes Alier, trying to flush out the rest in mid walkway. There you go, as Aeonix tries to go for the kills. He does have a judge, ready to go in, Tailwinds forward, tries to get the kill, and Raven on the other side gets down Pran. So what a tag team duo coming in from the two Nano Swarms, preventing the rest of Gearhawks to move in forward as Monsky is trying to get the kill. Matt Ace tries to go for the left, Ace gets it even more faster, as their Jet Germanium has to run away with only a Sheriff in hand. Will he see it? Oh, Germanium tries to see it down, Tailwinds away from safety. As he moves in, 3 people are moving in. What a shot, what a kill. Yes, 3 headshots along the way as Germanium nearly getting the clips. But again, Aeonix says, get out of here, as I will be the better Jet and I will judge you to eternity. And he gets the kill. That was pretty close there. Germanium really popping off, getting 2 headshots with that Sheriff in a pretty cool stance and fashion.
Yeah, I agree. And that disrespect with the judgment that has of Aeonix just says it all. What a play.
What a play indeed. It's everybody trying to go for it's a timeout coming in from the attackers. Gearhawks, they really want to get back on track. Gearhawks though, are you rooting for Gearhawks to maybe even out this time, Mochi?
Yeah, I really want to make this match really interesting for both sides of the team. Make it really worth it to go for that promotionals.
Yeah, promotionals. Exactly. As 20 seconds nearly into the timeout, I still can't believe Germanium was able to pull off those headshots in like two matters. Imagine if that was a 1 versus 3. If only Paradigm, the Vanguards, does not have that judge, it would have been a problem for them. However, it is looking to poise well for Paradigms. It's gonna be an even matchup right now. I mean, Gearhawk, surely they're gonna be buying the rifles. Paradigms, they're gonna be stuck with the Spectres. I'm excited to see if they're gonna be changing out their weapons, or are they gonna buy out? But apparently, looks like they're not. They're gonna be sticking with the weapons that they got. And Gearhawks, they really need to win it right now. If they don't win it, it's gonna be another bonus round for the Vanguards.
Agreed. They really have to win it indeed, because if those the judge again, and as well as the Spectre just does his thing with the dashes and the run and guns, oh my gosh, they might be tilting for the side of the Gearhawks. But let's see if they will still be able to do this, because still they're onto the aggressive side. Let's see if they'll be able to capitalize on that.
Trailblazer gonna be casted though. Oh, on the other side of the one-way smoke though. Prance gets the kill over to Shinobi. Here comes the movement forward, tries to get the kill, but Prance though takes down 2 already as he moves in. But Chaisi will be punishing this. Prance is really playing aggressive right now. The rest of the Vanguards moving in forward, but Germanium gets the headshot over to Chaisi, making sure that this round will be quick and splat as Aeonix moves in with only a judge. Let's see if he will be able to get some more, as they are already down 1 person. Paradigm Vanguards though, with their hope. Blitzen gets the headshot. Aeonix clips him down. Blitzen is out. Nice jiggle pick there. Tries to go for the shots. Tailwinds away from safety. And here comes Sheriff. The gravity wall will not connect as Germanium waiting in the wake. The cloudburst will be there. Here comes an alarm bot, actually. Not gonna cast it out. Here comes the spike's about to go down. I think Aeonix just wants to get the Vanguard. I mean the Vandal.
Yeah.
Nice safety right there. He'll be able to save that.
And I guess not gonna go for an exit frag as well, but oh no, we got.
Oh, can he make it? Can he make it?
No.
Oh, he died! He died!
What?
The Vandal though, that was not worth it. He could have ran away.
Moing score.
Nice try though. He could have gotten the Vandal for free.
Yeah, still. But I really wonder why he didn't go and exit from that area.
I think he was too scared, knowing that their Germanium was on his sights. There were a few shots that Germanium committed on that that elbow. So he was like thinking, oh, maybe Germanium's gonna be there. I'm not gonna give him a kill. Might as well stay here. But apparently it was a bit too late. The spike was already on him. But that would have been nice if he would gotten that Vandal for free.
I agree. But I guess this would be the 16th round of our 3rd match. And I guess they still have the arsenals that they need for the side of the Gearhawks, and as well as for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards. They already have their own buys. And what an interesting lineup for that Shock Dart.
That was just maybe going for the intro. Oh, Trailblazer going to be casted through. Wall bangs, one-way smoke. from the Astra as he moves in. Germanium with the tailwind tries to look for more targets. Sees down. Where are
Ooh.
they? Chicey, he's out. He gets the kill, and Raven on their side gets down Prans. Germanium to trade down over to Raven. It's 3 for 4 as Vanguards, they're down 3
Spike
people.
planted.
And Shinobi ready to move in. Here comes the Astra. No other spells that's gonna be worth it. He does have the smokes, but let's see if it's gonna be worth it.
Yes, still 3v4 in favor for the side of the Gearhawks, but the Onyx with the Blaze Storm already online, gonna be getting Owen in the process. 3v3, still really good for the side of the party. Margaret, so let's see what will happen here. Shinobi will be there, you're ready for the train, and we are seeing Motsky to the rescue, and this brings us now to a 7-9.
Oh, looks like your prediction of 13-10 is coming into fruition.
Mhm.
Mochi. Look at this. It's
Might be.
7-9, and Gearhawks they're slowly chasing down. And Vanguards now they're on the eco round. There are no guns except for Aeonix, who decides to go for a high risk, high reward. Not actually. He switches out the Vandal with the Marshal instead.
He's
Goes to
still
play with the Judge.
contemplating.
Yeah, still contemplating exactly.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah, it's always the judge. Yeah, those judge plays from Onyx is always really good, not gonna lie. But at the same time, pretty interesting take with the Blazer now online to the hands of Germanium. Still 5v5, no
Oh, nice
tackle.
kill.
Yeah, oh, what a nice kill from
Is it-
Franz. But, oh
Oh,
no,
no.
that doesn't connect. Oh, and even got that Sheriff kill as well. But still, Franz getting the
Nice.
second one. Shinobi with the Sheriff, though, really steady hands. But that Trailblazer will be spotting them out from that encounter. And this now a 2v4, really doable and really winnable for the side of the Gearhawks.
Them to moving forward. Prance though, ready to move in, ready to bounce through the enemy. Their spike is gonna be traversing over to B. Gonna be planted
One
already,
enemy
and
remaining.
it's the Vanguards.
Ooh.
I thought they were gonna be saving. They were trying to stay safe as possible in A side. However, though, it's Owen with the lurk, ready to get the kill. The headshots will not connect. The wall banks will be there, and Owen to close out the round, making it a bit more faster. 8-9. Gearhawks, same formula and strategy. Give away 2 rounds, and then we catch up after. Once we have our rifles, it's really working out well for Gearhawks. And I think Vanguards right now, they're too focused on playing super aggressive, and it's not paying off well. They're suffering from their aggression. They have to change their strategies. If they don't, Gearhawk is just gonna steamroll their way into the series.
Yeah, and the moment that they go for the aggression, sometimes they go in, but no one is in there in order to trade for the other one. So it's really a one-sided exchange for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards. But let's see if they will be trying to go for a different stance at this point in time, as they might now be committing onto our B site just in a bit.
Just in a bit. Azermanium. Ready for some kills. Let's see if he can go for some more. Fire in the hole says there is. Showstopper over there. No target as of the moment. Rocket Fuel about to go down. Tries to fire it out. Doesn't work out, maybe. The Seekers will be here. Hunter's Fury going to be guessing from the other side of the map as he is trying to look for more. Goes for the default plant. Does not connect to anybody. 5 for 5 still. Spike been planted. What a great way for Gearhawks to open the round. Operator shots coming in from the generator will not be working out well. Here comes the lockdown. Waiting for everybody. Ionix tries to get the shot, but Owen quicker with the reactions, gets the kill blindedly. Here comes the Cosmic Wall too. Gonna be casted as Chicey tries to go for blind shots. Doesn't work out well. The rest of Paradigm Vanguard tries to move in, sees down the raise, but Germanium quick with the trade, and Ace gets down the kill over to Germanium. Blitzen ready to move in. He's gonna be blinded down, but Raven though, apparently coming in from the other side, doesn't know where he is. Shinobi though, does not see anybody. Chaos in the pit as they move in. There is a diffusion from the spike, and Vanguards though, able to sneak that in amidst the chaos. Vanguards, we did not even see the defuse coming out.
And that is a pretty great, well retake for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, really garnering them the luxury of time to go in and keep the remaining members from the Gearhawks occupied, and really nice placement with the Cosmic Divide as well, and the really great counter.
Did not expect that, the Cosmic Divide coming in was really worth it. That play from Shinobi really helped out Vanguards get the defuse. No one was there. They were all too focused on killing players. And Vanguards, though, quick with the defuse. Apparently, Gearhawks unable to close out that round.
Yeah, and still, I guess decided the Gearhawks might be changing something up. There are two ultimates online for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards, and this might be something that they should look out for, because they might be going all in and commit with those ultimates in order to secure one more step before the match point for the whole duration of this match.
8-10. Look at this. Vanguards, though, I think they're going to be adjusting. They're not playing as aggressive as they used to right now. I think they kind of learned their lesson. Most of
Mm-hmm.
them of their players are now backing out. So let's see if Prance and the others could do something, well and worth it with the the change of pace that the Vanguards are doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just a waiting game at this point. 45 seconds on the clock. There's still no signs of action for both sides of the teams. But at this point in time, they might be going onto our A side, hovering through that. But France over this hookah area, waiting for anyone who goes
30
out of
seconds
that
left.
back site. Waiting for the retake
One
too, but
shots.
oh no, their shots would not connect. Gonna be backing out. Will be retreating onto our A side just in a bit. And oh my gosh,
Nice
Owen with
kill.
that kill. Raven was falling down. It's now 4v5, and still the cosmic
Oh, Jermaine.
smoke is just preventing them from entering. But ooh, that kill, those
10
kills, this
seconds
really
left.
proves it right. 2v5 really doable for the side of the Gearhawks, even unscathed, just a scratch from
Yeah.
Blitzen.
Fight's been planted already. It's 8-10. Looks like the Vanguards, though, unable to go for I think they're not able to answer to Gearhawks if they're playing it super slow. Oh, Mac Ace, though, will get the kill over to Owen. Nice wallbangs there, but he will be suffering a lot. As Prance, though, he will be dinked with only 10 HP. And again, another wallbang coming in from Ace. Looks like there is a chance for the Vanguards to move in forward. Here goes a blind just though. Mac Ace gets 3 Ks and takes down Blitzen, making this a 2-4-2. Mac Ace tries to move in forward, goes for the defuse, the Cloud Burst to cover it through. No one's hearing it, though. Monsky, he will try to fight for the defuse, but Monsky, though, quicker with the reactions, gets the 2, clutches down the round. 9-10 Gearhawks. That was pretty close. What a play from Mac Ace. He was able to get 2 wall bangs, get 3 headshots. He played super aggressive, but Gearhawks, though, their positioning was more than perfect. Another timeout will be here coming in from the defenders, but looks like Vanguards, if they're not playing aggressive and Gearhawks plays it slow, it works out well for them. Vanguards doesn't know what to do. Their patience is slowly burning out, that they decide to just keep on pushing. Gearhawks, though, they're able to come up with a concrete plan by pushing in 20 seconds, and they're able to get into position right after.
Yeah, I agree. And it's really the fact that they're so aggressive, and maybe they just really want the round to end. Like, gigil na gigil talaga sila. And it became that avenue for the side of the Gearhawks to, okay, let's play this slow. Let's do this methodical and let's base on their movements. And at the same time, they're acting in a way that is really different. And at this point in time, Frightened Vanguards is a bit, you know, naiirita sila siguro from how the Gearhawks are behaving right now.
Yeah, they are. They must be because they're playing super slow, and Vanguard's kind of gameplay is super aggressive. And the more that Gearhawks pushes, delays their push, Vanguards, their patience runs out. They just decide to keep running in forward, and that committed them to have the scores nearly tied up. It's 9-10 right now.
Yeah, and we also have the operator online once again, but at the same time, part of Vanguard would be going for those pistols, but oh no, will be taking the tremendous amount of damage, and Ionis will be getting the kill for D5, and the operator is still there. Oh no, free operator for the side of the part of Vanguards, but Furies is seeing the Cosmic Divine would put out as well, and they're now planting this fight. So let's see if this is still doable for them. Now equalized 3v4, and once again, the operator onto the hands of Ionis, but still, Blitzen with that Hawk gonna be going out from that area, but at the same time, the side of the Vanguards are really executing well.
Oh my
going
god,
one
oh
step,
my
but
god.
there are the 2
Nice
kills, might be
blind.
going for another one, but they'll be shut down by Chicey. 1v2, Chicey down with 5 HP and will be ended by Owen at that instant.
Oh my god, what a play. That blind, though, that blind from Blitzen really worked out well. He blinded 4 people in that same exact angle, allowing him to get 2 Ks. Whoa, what a strategy there, though. Look at that.
Really great.
He knew that the blind did not work first out, but he heard footsteps right away coming in from Jet. Now that blind was really super effective. He sees down everybody else, and now he was able to get 3. Chicey able to trade it through, but that was him
Wonderful.
1 against 2. Blitzen with that really, aspiring trade gets it down.
Yeah, and those shots were also great as well. Like, imagine it's just one in a lifetime experience blinding 4 people and even securing 3/4 of those frags. It's just really game changing indeed. And I guess all equalized once again for both sides. And I wonder what Paradigm Vanguards would be thinking of this.
All right, let's go, friends. Okay, can kill the turret instantly. He will be able to slowly take it down. All right, it's out now as Brams will go for the reload. 10 for 10. Gearhawks, though, ready to move in with all this momentum behind them. They're ready to push in for B side, but they're kind of scattered right now. They want to confirm first how many agents are in exact location.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're placing 2 on B side. And now they're moving out because they know they have confirmed that the killjoy is in B, so they know it's not safe. They're now moving and converging forward to A. Now, Gearhawks, the thing that they need to do is, I think they're just going to go for another slow push. They're going to wait for 20 more seconds because there is a Nebula ready to go for. Trailblazer will be there. Nice from Ionix, though. Nice patience play. Not opting to go for the Trailblazer. Did not kill it as he moves in forward. The operator shot will miss.
I've
Yep,
got your
but
trail.
I guess here we are with the
30
Seekers
seconds
being
left.
online, and that shot would not be connecting to anyone as well. Still a 5v5. The spike is now being planted. The Ionix is connecting the
planted.
shot against range 4v5, but still might be a really doable retake for the side of the Paradigm Vanguards. But here we go with this last, all just the pressure in here, and they're all compressed in a specific space. But let's see if Tracy would be able to get anyone or the other members as well. But oh
Nice
no, that
gravity
gravity flow is
One
really
enemy
great.
remaining.
And yet, brings us -3, -2, and this brings us now 1v2.
Raven
Raven.
is the only one remaining. They're all
What are you
in
going
lamps.
to do?
Let's see if
Both
they can
in
check out their
lamps.
corners. He gets the
Oh,
headshot,
no.
Raven. With the other side, though, does he see the raise? Is he moving it forward? He switches to a Phantom Season now, but again, Prance a lot more quicker. He gets the kill, and Gearhawks changing the flavor, 11-10. And that's it. Paradigm Vanguards, they're 1 point away. And Gearhawks able to steal the lead from 10-6, if I'm not mistaken, 10-5. Gearhawks now they're at 11-10.
11-10. Wow, that streak of rounds, the win streaks of the rounds, 3 consecutive rounds being won by the side of the Gearhawks, and at the same time, the Paradigm Vanguards will be going for that broken pie or an eco round. But the thing here is, seems like Paradigm Vanguard is already losing their ground. Like the aggression, like what you've said, is not working, and they're trying to compromise on what strategy they should do, but they're busy adjusting, and the gameplay is just being difficult for them.
Let's see those pages. Let's see if it works. 11-10 is the score. He tries to move in. Brands ready to kill. The lockdown's going to be casted already, but the attacker killjoy coming in from Gearhawks. As the rest of these guys ready to move in. Brands coming in from a really high angle. Check down Chicey as he moves in, sees down another killjoy, goes for the spray, gets the kill. Will he get 4 more? But no, Ionix with the Marshall gets down Prance. As Blitzen, they have to move in. 4-4-3. Spike is implanted by the Gear is going to be blinded instantly. He tries to go for the dig, but there's not enough damage as Blitzen takes down Raven. Ionix with 32 HP with a Marshall in a dream. Gearhawks ready to move in as there is only an Astra remaining for the Vanguards. He is in windows. Move in. Shinobi tries to get the kill. He tries to go for more. The headshot from Shinobi gets it down. Standing his guard. Trying to buy some time, but the Motsky closes out the round. 12-10. Gearhawks. Looks like your predictions, Mochi. It's going to be 13-10. A lot more spicy.
Oh
And
my.
you win the predictions round.
Yep. I hope one more round. Gearhawks, go on. But
One more round?
let's see. All equalized with terms of the arsenals that they have. They have the rifles that they all need, and it's just a matter of the gameplay and what approach or what stance both of the sides would be giving the other. Because from what we have seen, Paradigm Vanguards maybe caught up the fact that they thought Gearhawks would be playing slow that round, and they have trouble trying to catch up from the momentum Gearhawks has throughout the duration of the round. But let's see if something else would be changed up at this point in time, because this is now a do or die from the side of the Paradigm Vanguards.
Let's see what type of do or die is going to be, executed by the Gearhawks themselves as they try to still decide into which side are they going in. They're going to be converging over to A as the rest of the Vanguards, though the Killjoy is going to be B. So it's a lot more easier for them to go in. Here comes Blitzen with the Trailblazer trying to spot out anybody, confirming the locations. I think you will see the Sova, though, who was able to jump in through. Here comes Prance, ready with the intro. The Rocky Fuel over there with only 6 HP. Still gets the kill over to Raven. Raven is out. It's 1 for 5. 4 for 5. I mean, the Seekers are not going to be Blitzen. Germanium, though, gets down Shinobi. And there's going to be 3 down for Paradigm Vanguards. Moves in. It's still a flawless lineup for Gearhawks, and he's going to be healed out the raise as he moves in. Ace ready with the Phantom, ready to move in. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, already going to be casted 2 coming in from Chai C, trying to hit down almost anybody, but does not connect to any single member, but only one. Ionix gets the kill over to Blitzen. On the other side, though, Mac Ace tries to go for the swing, but Owen a lot more quicker, and it's Chai C, the only one remaining, and he gets down killed by Owen, and Gearhawks sticks around, and TUP Gearhawks are your winners.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I never thought that my prediction would be right.
13-10. Wow.
13-10,
You
right
had it in
at
the bag, Mochi. You
in
had it
the
in the bag.
bag, directly in the middle of the dartboard. Pretty fast.
I was
And
really expecting Gearhawks to just, take down as much, to lose a lot in pistol
Mhm.
rounds. But for some reason, I know they're gonna get in there when they have the rifles. We've seen it happen yesterday, and now they're executing the same strategy today. And that just goes to show that, yung mga bida nagpapabugbog sa una. I think that's the kind of mentality
ang
that
ganti ng
this
api.
team. Yeah, ang ganti ng api. That's what they're doing. They give out a lot of free rounds, especially in pistol rounds and eco rounds. But again, this strategy for Gearhawks, sure, it works in Division B. But how about in Division A? That's the bigger question.
Yeah, that's gonna
That's
be
what they have to
interesting.
keep in mind. It's super interesting if there's a huge room for improvement. There's gonna be a lot of time, but still, congratulations to Mochi for getting that perfect prediction of 13-10. Getting
Let's
it.
go. Yep, getting it indeed.
Well,
And
I think that's about it.
what a match.
What a match. They really have brought in the powerhouse that they had. But anyway, for all of you guys watching right now at your homes, there is a question that I want to ask. Mochi, this question goes to you also. Do you want to
What is
bring
it?
esports to your school?
Of course I would.
Well,
I
that's
love to.
nice because the AcadArena Alliance program is here for you, Alliance member clubs. Get access to our exclusive tournaments, mentorship, event support, and of course, the Globe Esports Merit Scholarship. Learn how to join the Alliance today at acadarena.com/alliance. And that wraps up the game for NEU versus TUP. And big congratulations to Gearhawks as they are able to topple down another giant here in our division. And don't you worry because, they're going to be in Division A. And then there's a lot more time for them to go through. But coming up next is another match, our last series for the promotionals. And for tonight, it's going to be FEU versus USC. And I think, Mochi, let's take a very, very short break. We will be back after this.
Pantoga.
Atin ang pangarap. Atin ang pagsisikap. Atin ang mundo. Globe.